KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas and the home for Ottawa University Brave Sports, welcomes you to this broadcast of OU Braves Baseball, brought to you by Quality Structures, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kansas State Bank, Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home. OU Braves Baseball on KOFO is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, and Arvest Bank. Now let's go to the field for OU Braves Baseball. Here's KOFO's Casey Weeder.
From Harrison Field in Montgomery, Alabama, and the NAI Baseball opening round hosted by Faulkner University, it's Ottawa University Braves Baseball. The number 12 ranked Braves take on the Reinhardt University Eagles, who are receiving votes in the top 25. It says game 2 of the day in the NAI Baseball opening round, as Faulkner coming away with a 7-6 win in the 2-3 matchup as they defeat Kaiser University, as the Seahawks will go into the losers bracket. Faulkner will play the winner of this one as they will play at 6 o'clock tomorrow. The Braves will be wearing those all golds today. It'll be tough to miss on that stream. If for those wanting to catch the video stream, you can go to YouTube and type in Faulkner Sports Network, and then also listen to the audio here, as we will have every pitch for you over potentially the next 3 days, as the Braves will send out Tyler Bryant. Bryant with a 9-2 record, makes his 14th appearance on the year, averaging 12.98 strikeouts per 9 innings. He has 112 strikeouts and just 37 walks, as he's gone 77 2/3 innings pitched, and he will face off against Ethan Foley, the ace for Reinhardt. He's 11-4 on the year, 7 complete games. He's thrown 104 innings pitched. The top 2 starters on this Reinhardt team have an ERA both below 3.0, as Foley comes in with a 2.24 ERA. As the Eagles come into tonight at 35-21, they were the runners-up in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, and they fell short in the tournament, the conference tournament, as they lost to Bryant on back-to-back games. Actually, both these teams coming off of 2 straight losses. The Braves, of course, falling to Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan last week after they did defeat Oklahoma Wesleyan to start the KCAC tournament. Ottawa comes in 42-8 on the year, ranked number 12 in the final rankings coming into tonight, as the Braves at 42-8, the number 1 seed in this regional. And then, of course, we mentioned the 2 seed is Faulkner, the 3 seed Kaiser, and the 4 seed Reinhardt. We'll take a break. You're listening to pregame for the Braves take on Reinhardt in the NAI Baseball opening round from Montgomery, Alabama, on the Ottawa Braves Sports Network and KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
All of us at Kansas State Bank thank you for seeing the value of what a hometown bank means to our community. This is Bank President Roger Maxwell, and we've done our best during these most trying times to be here for you and your banking needs. For over 100 years, Kansas State Bank has known the value of the past, the importance of the present, and the innovation of the future. Kansas State Bank, member FDIC.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. We appreciate the people of Franklin County. We serve some of the nicest folks you would ever want to meet. Thank you. We appreciate your patronage. This is Dangle & Son setting the standard for funeral service.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Welcome back to Harrison Field in Montgomery, Alabama, as we get set for the Braves and Eagles. Reinhardt will run through their starting lineup. Batting first and playing shortstop will be number 2, Jacob Profit. The designated hitter will be number 24, Xavier Arnett. The right fielder will be their power hitter, Tucker Zadunik, as the sophomore from Alberta, Canada, first-team selection, and also a Gold Glover in right field. In left field will be number 23, Albert Mora. And at third base, batting fifth, will be number 10, Jarrett Burney. Batting sixth will be number 8, the shortstop, Nick Sanders. Batting seventh will be the catcher, number 13, Shane Campbell. Batting eighth will be the first baseman, number 9, Matty Mora. And batting ninth, the center fielder, will be number 3, Patrick Baggett. And then on the mound, as we mentioned, Ethan Foley, as Foley, the junior, a right-hander, first-team selection in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, also a Gold Glove winner, as Reinhardt is coached by Jonathan Burton in his 4th season. He's 117 and 74. Overall in his career, he actually coached 7 previous years at Lindsey Wilson College. He has an overall record of 464 and 303. He's coached for 11 total seasons. For the Braves, coached by Gabe Grinder in his 4th year at Ottawa, 116 and 61. This is Ottawa's 2nd straight trip to the NAI opening round after Ottawa had not been to the tournament since 1994. For Reinhardt, they're making their first appearance since 2018. What's interesting about this regional is the other 3 teams in this regional, the last time they played in a regional, all 3 of them made it to the World Series. So this is about as deep as it gets when you look at the overall collection of these regionals. There are some regionals that have 5 teams, a couple that have 4. But Reinhardt was a staple in the top 25 all season, even though they did end the year outside of the top 25 receiving votes. They were actually the 2nd team out of the top 25. All the other 2 teams that are here, also in the top 25. So this is a stacked regional, and whoever gets out of this regional and heads to Lewiston here in a couple weeks is definitely going to have to earn it. And as we saw from the first game, it's going to come down to the final pitch, as it was bases loaded, 2 outs, and Kaiser had their star, Tim Bouchard, who had a rough day. He actually finished, I believe, 4 of 5 last year against Ottawa, as the Seahawks defeated Ottawa in the winner's bracket of that New Orleans trip a year ago. But he was unable to come through for Kaiser. They trailed 5-0, got it to 5-4. Then it was 7-6 in the 9th before the Eagles were able to defeat the Seahawks from Kaiser University. They are lining the field right now, so we have to be under about 10 minutes until we start it. And a little bit of a muggy evening, as we had rain off and on throughout much of the first game. Temperature at last look was just under 90 degrees. We'll take a look here and let you know here in just a second. But we'll go ahead and take a break as we get set for the Braves and Eagles. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves Baseball on 1220, 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Jose, how much longer till this dough's ready?
No one can bake gluten-free vegan goodies better than Surrey.
Wait, both Jim and Marion's last days are the same day?
But he needs to whip up a new shift lead without interviews burning his time.
Gotta get interviewing before my calendar is cooked. Oh, can you stop?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Summers in Kansas are hot. Is your air conditioner ready for that? Call Adamson Brothers for a spring tune-up today. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
Welcome back as the Braves from Ottawa take on the Reinhardt University Eagles. Reinhardt out of Georgia. This is the first ever meeting between these 2 schools in baseball. If you remember from a few years back, the controversy that took place up in Iowa when Ottawa University Braves softball ended up winning the regional over Reinhardt. They had not played in that series up to that point, but Ottawa was in the winner's bracket due to weather. They ended up canceling the rest of that regional, and the Braves got to go. There was some national media that played into Reinhardt there and ended up becoming a national story. Nothing that Ottawa could have done in any way, but that hashtag that everyone remembers, Justice for Reinhardt, was kind of the calling call for the Eagles as they come into this one, as I mentioned, the runners-up in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, and they've got some big wins this year. They took 2 of 3 from number 2 Tennessee Wesleyan. They also took 2 of 3 from Faulkner, who is in this regional, the 15th ranked team in the country. They played Southeastern, the number 1 ranked team in the country, early on in the year. Lost one of those games 7-6. The other 2 were blowouts. But Foley coming into this one, his last loss was on April 9th. That was against Union College. He's 5-0 since. He did win that first game against Bryant College in the opening of the AAC tournament. He went 9 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, and 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. The big hitter for them is Tanner Zadunik, a .378 average, 16 homers, 63 RBIs, and has walked 42 times. For the Braves tonight, it's Tyler Bryant coming in at 9-2. He has lost his last 2 starts. Hasn't got a whole lot of help offensively from his teammates, just a 5-3 and a 4-3 loss in those games. But he has struck out 18 and only walked 7. The Braves only come up with 6 runs in those 2 starts, but they're going to go with Tyler tonight to start it. Have to think it would be Hector Sepulveda in game 2. As we'll run through the defensive alignment as Ottawa looking to take the field here in just a minute. It'll be Connor Jeffers in left, Tyler Farnham in center, Gabe Eckstein in right, Logan Zazaya at third, Carson Johnson at short, Jonah Weisner at second, Holland Bone at first, and then Nicholas Sizemore behind the plate for the Braves, who you look at these 2 teams on paper, they have very much been led by their pitching. Braves with a 3.34 ERA this year, that's 6th in the country, and have given up just 148 earned runs. That's also 6th in the nation. Braves are 1st in the country in strikeouts per 9 at over 12. For Reinhardt, they come out with a 3.84 ERA. They've also thrown over 454 innings this year. That's 12th in the country, and given up just 194 earned runs. Things to look for, though, that they have struggled with is they don't strike out a lot of batters. They allow teams to put the ball into play. They only strike out 7.8 per 9. That's 115th in the country. And they've given up a lot of home runs, 53 of them to be exact, as that's 174th in the country. Braves have struggled giving up home runs. They've given up 41 of their own. But other than that, the pitching staff for the Braves has been very solid this year. We'll go and take another break as we are trying to get this one started here in just a minute. Originally scheduled for 6 o'clock, but they've done a nice job of turning the field around. Considering we played a game on it less than 30 minutes ago. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. While making funeral arrangements, we hear some of the most delightful stories. We hope you record those stories to pass down to future generations. Dangle & Son sets the standard in funeral service.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cashback Match. Now to recap and say cashback one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
The head coaches are meeting at home plate to talk with our umpires this evening as we'll start this one off here in just a minute. I believe we will not have the national anthem for game 2 as they did that in game 1. Looking at the scoreboard today as we'll take a look at some KCAC teams that were in action earlier. I know at one point Tabor was up on Central Methodist. That's an upset. The 3-seed Tabor in Bellevue, Nebraska, defeating Central Methodist 5-2 in 10 innings. Earlier today, Kansas Wesleyan, the 5-seed, defeating the 4-seed LSU Alexandria 8-3. That one's down in Oklahoma City. McPherson, who had to make the trek all the way to Miami Gardens, Florida, falling 13-6 to Weber International. That was a 6-6 game going into the 9th inning. I'm trying to see if there's any other major upsets so far. There is one. Lyon defeating the University of Science and Arts 10-4. So Lyon College upsetting Science and Arts. Most of these are 2-3 matchups. British Columbia all over St. Catherine 15-2. Indiana Southeast 22-4 over Olivet Nazarene. Cumberland's defeating Warner 4-2. And then, of course, the matchup here earlier today, Faulkner 7-6 over Kaiser. As I said previously, Braves will be in the all golds with the black hats, with the gold arrowhead on it. We're shaking hands. And I think we're ready to get things started here in Montgomery. And we look at the weather. It's 89 degrees, feels like it's 91. Slight wind out of the north to northwest at 7. The flag is out in right center. It's not really moving at all. From watching the first game, the ball does carry really well here. You've got 330 to the corners and then 400 to dead center, but instead of kind of rounding off at 400, it comes to a point. So really sharp there, kind of get some goofy bounces. That fence is about 30 feet in dead center, and then you've got looks to be a 10 to 15-foot fence all the way around. It's a little different than what we had last year in New Orleans at Segnet Field, where the fences were 40 feet tall, and you really had to earn it to hit a home run there. We'll run through the defensive alignment one more time for the Braves. Jeffers in left, Farnham in center, Eckstein in right, Zazai at third, Johnson at short, Weisner at second, and Bone at first, and then Sizemore behind the plate. And we are going to go ahead and announce all of the players for both teams. So I apologize, thought we were going to get to break and finally get to see some baseball. They're actually going to introduce everyone for both teams, so we'll take a break as we get set for OU and Reinhardt from Montgomery, Alabama. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220, 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Sophia and Chris Garcia came to Arvest Bank looking to get a home loan. Let's hear what happens.
Chris and Sophia, thanks for choosing me as your lender in the Arvest Home for Me app. And now...
There's more paperwork to do.
Nope, I got the info you sent through the app. And now...
We wait to hear from someone at your main office.
No, now you're pre-qualified and ready to find your new home.
Wow.
And I'll be with you every step of the way.
That's...
helpful.
Very helpful.
Home loans made easy. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Equal housing lender.
My name is Darby Weidel. I'm from Ottawa, Kansas. I'm studying biology and I'm a freshman at Ottawa University. I didn't expect how involved I would feel coming here. It's almost kind of like its own community. I'm very close with my family, like my parents, my brothers, my grandparents, like they're all my big support systems and they can come see my sporting events. Coming here was one of the best decisions I could have made.
The right decision for you is Ottawa University. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit nationalguard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant. So I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
At CarStar Ottawa, your safety matters. That's why we train yearly to be iCar Gold certified, because as cars and designs have changed to keep you safer, so have the collision repair procedures. Call CarStar, 242-8916. CarStar, relax, we'll take it from here.
Braves are being announced here at Harrison Field as the non-starters are being introduced to the Brave faithful, which it's been an eventful week for the guys as they have made the trip down 2 days ago and have actually had the opportunity of getting a little home cooking from Holland Bones, Family Bone, who is from the area, actually a 6'4" senior from Pike Road, Alabama, played at Coastal Alabama Community College, but was attended a year at Faulkner. But his family attends Landmark Church here, and they've actually fed the Braves while they've been here over the last couple of days. So the Braves have been able to eat really, really well, not had to do a whole lot of fast food, anything like that. So we'll see if some of that home cooking definitely helps the Braves as they're going to send out Tyler Bryant to start it with a 2.67 ERA, 113 strikeouts, 37 walks, 9-2 on the year. The KCAC pitcher of the year is making his 14th appearance of the season, going up against Ethan Foley, the ace for Reinhardt, the All-Appalachian Athletic Conference first-team pitcher, who's 11-4 on the year, but has won 5 in a row dating back to April the 7th. As we will take one more break, and then when we come back, we'll get it started here from Harrison Field. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUY for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code BUY. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUY for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code BUY for a $5 bonus.
And the Braves are finally going to break the huddle and take the field here in Montgomery, Alabama, as they try and start their road to Lewiston, the KCAC regular season champions for the first time since 2010. And there is Tyler Bryant on the mound, your KCAC pitcher of the year, the righty, who 6'3" junior from Amarillo, Texas, the transfer from Lake Erie College. And catching him tonight will be Nicholas Sizemore, 5'10" junior from Pryor, Oklahoma, by way of Eastern Oklahoma State University. Braves coached by Gabe Grinder in his 4th year. The Reinhardt Eagles will be in the gray jerseys, gray pants, gold numbers with navy blue trim with blue hats. They are coached by Jonathan Burton in his 4th season at Reinhardt. He's making the 16-hour journey from Ottawa by bus and finally get a chance to play some baseball. Did practice here yesterday evening for about an hour. Watching the field play, it plays very fast. It's not a whole lot of dirt, not a heavy surface at all. Grass is pretty thin for the most part, just kind of looking at it and walking around on it a little bit. To the corners, it's 330, and then dead center, it's 400. As the righty, Bryant will go with the 3/4 sleeve on the right arm, as he actually wears the arm sleeve on the right and the 3/4 sleeve on the left. That last game against Tabor, a game that he actually ended up taking the no decision in that game, as Braves lost that game 4-3, actually scored 3 runs in the 8th to get it within 1. And we are finally ready to go. As leading it off for Reinhardt is going to be number 2, Jacob Profit, a 5'8" sophomore from Warner Robins, Georgia. And this is a Reinhardt team. Power numbers haven't been there this year. They've only hit 38 home runs, but they steal bases like crazy. They've got 110, and you cannot allow them to get on base through the walk, as they have been very consistent about getting on base. And Tyler Bryant is on the rubber, and his first pitch is fired, fouled back, and it does get out of play for strike 1. And its time of first pitch goes at 6:22. Due to how long the first game went, we had to push this one back 22 minutes, but we are finally underway. Shadows covering the home plate area and in the batter's box, and then everyone else in sunshine. 0-1 pitch, a fastball that gets by Profit. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Profit, who is hitting .342 this year. 0-2 pitch, just a little outside with a fastball, 1-2. He has a home run and 23 RBI, 17 walks to 24 strikeouts. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the opening hitter of the game. Reinhardt is the visitors. They are the 4 seed. Ottawa is the home team as the 1 seed. 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball that's going to be chopped to Weisner at second. Good speed from Profit, but the throw in time from Weisner for the first out. On the 4-3 ground out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Xavier Arnett, a 6-foot senior from Elizabethton, Kentucky. He transferred from Walter State. He's a left-hander, so he digs in from the left side. This is a Reinhardt team at 35-21, but their losses are against very, very good competition. First pitch is high to Arnett. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 delivery from Tyler outside, 2-0. Reinhardt got the best of Tennessee Wesleyan, the number 2 ranked team in the country, beat them twice this year. They've also taken 2 of 3 from Faulkner as they played in some non-conference action about a month ago. 2-0 delivery from Bryant is a fastball that's hit back to the screen. 2-1. Reinhardt has the RU and then the Eagle logo on the right side of the chest. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out, top of the first, and that fastball in there as Arnett was looking for something different. It's 2-2. Braves will play the lefty straight up. There's a lot of foul territory here, so if you're hooking anything into the corner, you're looking 2 to 3 bases minimum. And he's going to get his first strikeout as he gets the fastball by Arnett for out number 2. And that will bring up the dangerous Tucker Zadunik, the 5'10" sophomore from High River, Alberta, Canada. First team Appalachian Athletic Conference and a Gold Glove winner in right field. He hits left and throws right, and he has the numbers to back it up. 16 homers, 63 runs batted in, hitting .378. That leads the team in all 3 categories, and he's free swinging right away, chops it towards the Reinhardt dugout foul. 0-1. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, top of the first. 0-1 delivery from Bryant, a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. And one thing that also noticed from game 1 is it was a pretty liberal strike zone, to say the least, throughout the first 3 or 4 innings, and then things started to tighten up as the game got tighter. Watching Sosa, the ace for Faulkner, pitching game 1. 0-2 pitch, misses outside. It's 1-2 on Zadunik. Zadunik has walked 42 times, which is way above the rest of his team. No one has more than 26, and he struck out 36 times. 1-2 pitch almost hits him just inside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first. Eagles at the plate. Bryant peers in, and he's ready to fire. 2-2 delivery. Low with the breaking ball, and the count goes full. 3-2 as Sizemore had to smother that one in front of the plate. And there is not a wisp of wind right now inside Harrison Field. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 down. Delivery from Bryant, just getting a piece and fouling it away as Zadunik to the left side. They do have trees surrounding the press box above us as we are just behind home plate in the elements. 3-2 again from Bryant. A breaking ball that Zadunik spoils. That was a great breaking ball from Bryant, and we'll go 3-2 again. If Zadunik were to reach, it'd bring up Mora, the left fielder. 3-2 delivery from Bryant, a fastball that's popped up to the left side of the infield. Zazaya going back on it. I'm trying to see if he's tracking it. He's going to actually be called off by Jeffers, who makes the grab for the 3rd out as the Eagles go in order in the top of the 1st. Braves coming to the plate when we return. You're listening on University Braves Baseball in the NAI opening round from Montgomery, Alabama on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, Funeral Director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Hi, everybody. This is Denny Matthews, the voice of the Royals. Don't miss a game, home or away this year. Keep it locked onto your source for information and entertainment. And Royals baseball in East Central Kansas, 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO.
My name is Jose Trejo. I'm a junior here at Ottawa University, and I'm currently studying exercise science. One of my favorite things about OU is that it's a small community, and coming from Western Kansas, where all there is small country towns, I felt right at home as everyone kind of just felt like family. It's a great community. It has a lot of support behind it, and most of the professors here are extremely well about getting you to understand the knowledge that they want you to understand.
Education for a lifetime at Ottawa University. To find out more, visit online at ottawa.edu.
Tyler Bryant retires the side in the top of the 1st. It will bring Ethan Foley to the mound for Reinhardt. He's we'll make that 11-4 on the year, his 18th appearance. He's gone 104 innings this year, as that is tops on this Reinhardt team, and he is their ace. He has a 2.24 ERA, 78 hits, just 26 earned runs, 84 strikeouts to 21 walks, as he's a righty. As Foley stands 6 foot. He's from Waleska, Georgia. He's 6 foot 175 right-hander, and he is a junior. Braves will send Weisner, Farnham, and Bone to the plate in the bottom of the 1st. And the Braves, who were pretty quiet last week, only had a total of 10 runs in 3 games in the KCAC tournament. So looking for a little bit of offense, and they'll start with Jonah Weisner, all first team, all KCAC. And if there was a KCAC newcomer, have to believe that would be Weisner, as Jonah, the 5'10 junior from Mission, British Columbia, by way of Allen Community College, comes in hitting .424, 16 homers and 55 RBI, as he'll hit from the left side. First pitch to him from Foley is a fastball that gets by Weisner for strike 1, as he decided to swing a little late. It's 0-1. Foley going to work out of the windup. All his warm-up pitches were actually from the stretch. 0-1 pitch is going to be called to strike on the outside corner. Weisner watches that one go by. It's quickly 0-2. And Foley has just chewed up innings this year with 4 complete games. 0-2 from Foley. Outside, 1-2. They tried to test that outside corner on Weisner. One ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Braves. 1-2 delivery is going to be chopped right back to the pitcher. Foley fields it on a hop. His throw will be in time to retire Weisner for the first out in the bottom of the 1st.
Center fielder number 3, Tyler Farnham.
Brings up Tyler Farnham, 6'2 sophomore from Santa Clara, California. Played at College of San Mateo before coming to OU. Farnham hitting .324, no homers, but has driven in 28. Right-hand hitting center fielder. 1 down in the bottom of the 1st. And Farnham has found himself a nice spot in that 2-hole in this Ottawa lineup, and he takes low with a fastball for ball 1. That's the first ball we've seen from Foley. One ball in, no strikes. Foley definitely wanting to work quickly. 1-0 delivery from him is outside, 2-0. Foley kind of flutters with that glove in the left hand before he decides to deliver. Just trying to stay just consistent movement. 2 balls in, no strikes to Tyler Farnham with 1 down in the bottom of the first. 2-0 pitch is going to be a fastball at the knees for a strike, 2-1. The only real flaws in this pitching rotation is the home runs. They've given up 53 this year. That's 174th in the country. 2-1 pitch. It can be hit to the right side. That ball tailing, and it's down for a base hit for Farnham. He'll make the big turn at first, but he'll stay there. It was just cut off by Zadunik in right field, and Ottawa has their first hit of the evening on a single from Tyler Farnham. And it's hard to believe that a week ago, Holland Bone was in a hospital getting stitches and getting a CT scan, but he is stepping into the box right now with a runner at first base and 1 out. One of the scariest scenes I've ever seen, as he took a ball in play that was thrown by Tyler Bryant to the temple, and the reaction from the umpire was very scary. Ended up having a gash over his eye and did not play the rest of the tournament after that for OU. He'll take inside for ball 1, 1-0, as he returns to Harrison Field after playing at Faulkner for a year. Hard to believe we're coming back to his hometown. An opportunity to hit here. 1 ball and no strikes. Farnham at first base. 1-0 delivery to Bone is a slider that gets by him. It's 1-1. Bone did start practicing on Thursday of last week, and heard he had a really good BP session yesterday. Bone with 26 homers, 68 RBIs, hitting .427, the KCAC Player of the Year. One from Foley is just going to be inside. 2-1 to Bone with Farnham at first base with the 1-out single. 2 balls, a strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first. That open stance from the right side for Holland. 2-1 on the way. It's high. 3-1. Carson Johnson on deck. Bone ahead in the count at 3-1 on Foley. Three-1 from Foley is going to be lifted to right field high. The right fielder Zadunik will come in just shy of the track and make the grab for the 2nd out on the fly out by Bone. Good recovery there from Foley. Knew he had to throw a strike. And Bone flied out to right. Brings up the freshman Carson Johnson, who has been on an absolute tear. He was 7 of 8 in those final 2 games of the KCAC tournament. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and a 1,000 fielding percentage in all 3 games. First pitch to Johnson is going to be called to strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Farnham still at first base. He had that 1-out single. Not getting a major lead. Foley takes a lot of time once he gets set. We'll look over there a couple times. Hasn't thrown his way quite yet. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball and a delayed steal from Farnham. That throw not going to be in time. Farnham safe at second on the delayed steal. And the Braves have a runner in scoring position. Caught the catcher off guard as Campbell just kind of delayed coming out of his stance. And with a good throw, would have got Farnham, but it bounced in front of the second baseman, Profit, and the tag was late. 1 ball and 1 strike to Johnson with Farnham at second. Bottom of the first inning. 1-1 to Johnson. Breaking ball going to be called a strike with the slider. 1-2. Johnson, the freshman from Carl Junction, Missouri, has had a tremendous season. Worked his way now into the cleanup spot. They're coming in for the injury to Aguilar. 1-2 pitch is shot foul and out of play to stay alive at 1-2. Johnson hitting .369, 4 homers, 40 RBI. If he were to reach, it would bring up Connor Jeffers, who's also been red hot. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Farnham with a good lead at second. Carson Johnson at the plate. 1-2 from Foley is low, 2-2. But it's been impressive. Johnson taking over after the injury to Aguilar at short. Was able to keep everyone else kind of where they were when the season started defensively. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foley set. Looks back to second a couple times. Now he'll fire. 2-2 pitch off the end of the bat, just staying alive as Johnson as it comes to the backstop. And we'll go with 2-2 again. We will go with 2-2 again with 2 down. Johnson versus Foley. Farnham, medium lead at second. No one holding him on. Profit kind of delayed coming in. 2-2 to Johnson inside. He's going to strike out to end the inning on a fastball that looked to be just a bit inside. Braves, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll go to the second inning, no score. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Avoid biking in the rain and never touch another person's bike.
Hey guys, look at these bikes. So shiny. Whoops. I'm gonna leave a note. Oh gosh, there's more.
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
Elder abuse, neglect, and exploitation comes in many forms. Elder abuse is taking money or valuable items, pushing, shoving, or leaving bruises. It's leaving the elderly unattended or without food when they cannot care for themselves. If you know or suspect an elderly person is being abused physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially, call the Kansas Adult Protective Services Hotline at 1-800-922-5330. Elder Kansans deserve honor and respect, not abuse. Remember, elder abuse is a crime. Sponsored by the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services and aired in cooperation with the station.
Braves were able to get a base hit with 1 out, but leave Farnham stranded at second base. Coming up for Reinhardt will be Mora, Burney, and Sanders to the plate. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up. Leading it off is the left fielder Albert Mora, a 6'1" senior from San Feliz, Venezuela. Played at Iowa Central Community College, right-handed hitting. Left fielder to start the second inning against Tyler Bryant. The first pitch from Bryant is a slider for a strike. Mora goes over the top of it, 0-1. 16 pitches in the first inning for Bryant. He picked up his first strikeout of the game in the first. 0-1 pitch, another slider right down the heart of the plate, 0-2. As he gets ahead of Mora. No balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter in the second inning for the Eagles. 0-2 delivery. Going to strike him out on 3 pitches. Another slider that was out of the zone. Gets him to chase as Bryant has his second K.
Third baseman number 10, Jarrett Burney.
Brings up the third baseman, Jarrett Burney, 5'11" sophomore from Sewanee, Georgia. Second team All-Appalachian Conference. He's going with the hoodie look today. He'll wear the hoodie under the jersey. And he's also a right-handed hitter, and he's going to swing at another slider over the top for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike, 1 down. 0-1 delivery, back to the slider that just misses inside. 1-1. One count. Bryant working quickly, back to the fastball this time, and absolutely jams Burney up as he sort of offers it one, and it's strike 2. Played at North Gwinnett High School. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, almost catched him, and it did. It caught him on the elbow, and Bryant loses him on the hit by pitch. So Reinhardt has their first base runner, and they are going to be active. Looking at Bernie's numbers this year, 23 stolen bases. That's second on the team, only to Jacob Profit. And they will lay down a bunt at any time. Bring up the shortstop, Sanders. It's Nick Sanders, a 5'10 senior from Lebanon, Tennessee, transferred from Lindsey Wilson. They're going to throw over on Bernie to chase him back to first. Again, the shadows have crossed all the way over just onto the front edge of the infield. First pitch to Sanders is high for ball one. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanders, left-handed hitting shortstop. Takes his time digging back in, talking to the umpire a little bit, has him shaking his head. 1-0 delivery from Bryant. It's popped up to the right side of the infield, and Wisner is going to finally call everyone off. Running in hard from right field was Eckstein, but in the end, Wisner makes the grab for out number 2.
Catcher, number 13, Shane Campbell.
Brings up the catcher, number 13, Shane Campbell, a 6-foot freshman from Manitoba, Canada. He transferred from Southeastern Community College. With 2 down in the top of the second, runner still at first is Bernie after Bryant hit him with the pitch. Campbell hitting .261, has 2 home runs, 25 RBI. First pitch from Bryant, fastball high, and Ottawa with a little bit of a pitch out there as Sizemore was already halfway out of his crouch, trying to see if Bernie was going to take off. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the second, no score. He's going to step off and chase Bernie back to first. And Bryant back on the rubber. 1 ball and no strikes, 2 outs. Delivery from Bryant. Fastball for a strike, 1-1. One count, runner at first for the Eagles. Pitch from Bryant. A fastball that stayed high, 2-1. Got a little inside on the catcher, Campbell. Two balls, a strike to the freshman Campbell. They're going to throw over again to try and get Bernie to jump back to first base, and he'll dive in with the right hand. He's safe. Two-one count. Pitch from Bryant. Breaking ball that just has Campbell fooled, and it's 2-2. And again, just kind of a half swing. Similar to what we saw from Bernie, who was just completely fooled on that slider. 2-2 count, 2 outs, top of the second. Runner at first for Reinhardt. Two-two, runner going. It's popped up to the right side of the infield. Bone will chase. And is it going to get into the dugout? It is, as it goes foul. And we will go 2-2 again. Is a huge jump there from Bernie at first base. He would have got to second easily if it was a ball. But Ottawa trying to deal with what's in front of them right now. Ottawa could probably count on one hand how many games they've played this year where the wind has been less than 10 miles an hour. One of those was last week in the KCAC tournament. But tonight, wind under 7 miles an hour. Right now, well under 5. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bryant again going to throw over, chase Bernie back. Again, they're going to throw back on him as Bernie taking a larger lead than Bryant would like over at first. Two-two count to the catcher, Campbell. Pitch from Bryant, hits him. Oh, did it hit him in the back? Yes, it did, and that's the second hit by pitch in the inning by Bryant when he's ahead in the count. And runners at first and second, and that one did not sound like it felt very good. That ball just stuck into the back of Campbell. They'll get a pinch runner, though. And the first runner in scoring position for Reinhardt tonight. Bring up the first baseman, Matty Moore. Maurer, a 6-foot freshman from Stony Brook, New York, transfer from Suffolk Community College. Left-handed hitting catcher. A lot of lefties in this lineup for Reinhardt. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Pitch from Bryant, a fastball that's in there, 0-1, and had Maurer fooled as he stepped out of the box, kind of working on that left knee, got twisted up. Unsure of what to do there. 0-1 count, runners at first and second for Reinhardt. 2 down in the top of the second inning. 0-1 from Bryant. His slider stays outside. 1-1. Winner of tonight will play at 6 o'clock tomorrow against Faulkner. The loser will play at 2 p.m. tomorrow against Kaiser. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A single would absolutely score Bernie from second. 1-1 from Bryant. Hit to the right side. Is that a fair ball? It is not. Just foul down the first base line as it was well over the head of Bone, but it goes foul, 1-2. That's the first time we've seen Reinhardt really get a good piece of Tyler Bryant so far. And anything in the corner, more than likely that pinch runner over at first or the courtesy runner would have scored from first, as anything that you can hook into the corners here is going to roll for days. It's a good 20 to 30 yards between fair territory and then the rest of foul territory all the way down the lines. One, 2 from Bryant, and then they're going to call time. The batter, Maurer, will. And the count at 1-2 again. Both runners reaching by hit by pitches. They stand at first and second. Bryant looks back to second. Now he'll fire, and his fastball's outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Exactly where we were in the previous at bat with Campbell before Bryant hit him with a fastball. 2-2 again. Pitch from Bryant. Fastball on the outside corner just misses, and the count goes full. It's a tough one to lay off if you're Maurer, but he's able to stay away from it. That fastball was tailing away from the lefty. Full count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Reinhardt. Top of the second inning, no score. Three-2 from Bryant. Strikes him out to end the inning. So he gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base in the top of the second for Reinhardt. Go to the bottom of the second. No score between Ottawa and Reinhardt. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Oh, hey. Welcome to T-Mobile.
Hey, I didn't know you guys were here.
Well, we cover 99% of people in America, so we're kind of everywhere.
I thought you were just in big cities.
Well, T-Mobile has invested billions to bring our award-winning network from big cities to towns like ours. And right now, when you switch, you can get 20% off for life with our hometown discount.
20% off for life?
Yep, 20% off unlimited talk, text, and data on T-Mobile's network for life.
All right, sign me up. Oh, one more thing. You like fishing?
That depends. You talking fly fishing, bait casting, spinning, or trolling?
Well, this is off to a beautiful start.
T-Mobile's here in your neighborhood, and we've got you covered. Head to your local Franklin County T-Mobile store to switch and get 20% off for life on qualifying new lines with our hometown discount today.
20% off for the life of your plan via monthly bill credits on qualifying new lines activated at participating stores for a limited time. Credits stop if you cancel lines or change plans. Heavy data users may notice lower speeds during congestion due to data prioritization. Video typically in SD. See T-Mobile.com/hometown discount.
Tyler Bryant works out of his first jam of the night, as he did have a couple hit batsmen in the top of the second, but came back and got a strikeout of Maurer to end the top of the second inning. Leading it off for Ottawa will be Connor Jeffers, who was 3 for 7 in those last two games against Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan. 2 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs, and a stolen base. And that home run he hit to dead center got Ottawa within 1 run against Tabor before they eventually fell 4-3. But he has been hitting the ball well lately, as he's going to lead it off for OU. Jeffers hitting .320, 11 homers and 46 RBI as he hits in the 5 spot this evening. First pitch to Jeffers is a fastball that gets by him, 0-1 on the swinging strike. Jeffers in left field as usual, but any way to get him on base has meant good things for OU, and he's going to chop one to the left side of the infield. Third baseman on the hop. Bernie's throw is going to get Jeffers by a step for the first out. That one will go 5-3. Brings up the catcher, Nick Sizemore. 5'10" junior from Pryor, Oklahoma. Sizemore hitting .306. It's 5 homers and 41 runs batted in. He has been behind the plate all year. He's got spelled at times by the freshman Jason Hemmerling in some of those double headers this year and some midweek games. And takes a first pitch strike and has something to talk about with the umpire after that first pitch, as it's 0-1. Foley's second inning of work. 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball, misses just low. 1-1. That first inning, the Braves were able to run up the pitch count for Foley to 20. They got a runner to second, but Farnham was left there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the second. 1-1 delivery. Hit right at the shortstop on 1 hop, backing up his Sanders. His throw took a little bit more time than he would probably like, but still able to retire Sizemore for the second out.
Right fielder number 5, Gabe Eckstein.
That'll bring up number 5, Gabe Eckstein, the 6-foot senior from Lamar's, Iowa, the transfer from St. Peter's University. As Eckstein hitting .217, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in, as he gets the start tonight. Braves have had him and De Leon back and forth all year in right field. But Eckstein, no stranger of hitting in the postseason. Started all those games in New Orleans a year ago. And he'll take inside at ball 1. Ball in, no strikes, 2 outs, as Foley trying to face the minimum in the second inning. 1-0 pitch, inside 2-0. Count with 2 down in the bottom of the second, no score. 2-0 pitch is going to be outside, 3-0. Maybe a little low as well. 3 balls and no strikes to Eckstein, trying to get things started for Ottawa with 2 outs. 3-0 delivery from Foley right down the heart of the plate, as Eckstein taking all the way, 3-1. If he were to reach, Braves would send Logan Zazaya to the plate. 3-1 on the way, and this one's chopped back to the backstop, 3-2. Eckstein a little behind on that fastball, and he'll step out and readjust the batting gloves. (3-2) to Eckstein. And he's going to hit this one right back up the middle. Is it going to get down? It is. And it's driven all, it's going to be cut off. This is going to be a close play at second base. Eckstein sliding in there in time with the double. Heck of a play by Baggett in center field. That ball got to left center in a hurry. That ball was driven but low. Baggett cut it off, backhanded it, and threw it in to make it a close play, but it's a double for Eckstein with 2 down in the second. Second hit of the game for the Braves. Brings up Logan Zazaya. The third baseman, the 6'2 senior from Grants Pass, Oregon, and an opportunity to put Ottawa on the board with a base hit. Zazaya hitting .277. 5 homers and 23 RBI. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that's popped up and out of play. 0-1. Chuckling with the umpire after that first pitch, asking if that was a strike. It was a little outside. No balls and a strike. Braves with the runner at second base again is Eckstein. Oh, 1 to Zazaya, and he swings at one out of the zone. 0-2. And now he'll have to protect. Josh Larinaga over at third base for the Braves, and Rob Sagi over at first, coaching for OU this evening. And Zazaya going to have to protect down 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Runner at second base. 0-2 on the way, a breaking ball. It's going to be lifted to left. It's well struck. Is he going to get down? It is. That one's going to go all the way to the fence, and Ottawa's going to take the lead on the RBI double from Logan Zazaya, and it's 1-0 OU. Just sat back on that breaking ball and drove it to left. And the Braves go up 1-0. Again, that ball just jumping off the bat. Didn't sound like it was hit well, but driven into left center. And an RBI for Zazaya. Makes it 1-0 Ottawa. And Zach Spradlin, who can do a multitude of things here. Third baseman not playing in on the left side. We'll see if he might try and sneak in a bunt, and he'll take fastball for a strike. 0-1. Sprad's a 5'8 senior out of Hoquiam, Washington. Played at Grays Harbor College. And again, third baseman who does have good speed at third is Bernie. We'll see what Sprads wants to do on 0-1. He takes inside, 1-1 from Foley. No one holding on Zazaya at first. They've got it shifted over just a bit as they're playing the second baseman Prophet just on the edge of the outfield grass. 1-0 pitch, and showing bunt and bringing it back is Spradlin as he takes ball 2. 2 balls and a strike as the Braves have struck first, leading 1-0. Braves had back-to-back doubles with 2 outs, one from Eckstein and one from Zazaya. 2-1 to Spradlin, outside, 3-1. It was a nice frame job, though, by the catcher Campbell, as the umpire thought about it for a second. It's 3-1. I'm sure Jonah Weisner would love an opportunity to get to the plate with some people, with some batters on, or some hitters on base, as he's been the leadoff hitter for OU all year. 3 balls and 1 strike to Spradlin. Pitch from Foley, shows bunt, brings it back, and takes ball 4. 2-out walk issued to Spradlin. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for Jonah Weisner. Weisner grounded out. So he hit it right back to the pitcher Foley to lead off the bottom of the first inning for OU. And now a huge opportunity for the lefty to pick up some RBIs. They're going to throw back to second base, and Zazaya slides back in. The shortstop, Sanders, came over to apply the tag. Zazaya back in time. Braves lead at 1-0, bottom of the second. Still threatening with runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Jonah Weisner at the plate. First pitch to Jonah in the at-bat. He'll take on the outside corner for strike 1. And the placement from Foley against Weisner has been impressive so far. They have really worked the outer part of the plate to the lefty. Had that two-seamer running away from him. Weisner trying to dig in and get a little closer to that plate. We've seen him go the other way a multitude of times this year. 0-1 pitch from Foley. They're going to call it again on the outside corner, 0-2, and Weisner can't believe it. He's behind 0-2 with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Braves have scored 1 in the inning. Oh, 2 pitch to Weisner, outside and low, 1-2. And again, they had a little pickoff play in the makings there on Zazaya, and Foley decided to come to the plate instead. I like the look here from third base coach Josh Larinaga going with the high pants today. Not as high as Hunter Pence, but pretty close. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A long wait from Foley. Now he'll deliver. It's going to be hit well to center, but the center fielder Baggett back on it near the track, makes the grab in left center. Ottawa, though, able to strike first. They lead it 1-0 as they get a run on 2 hits, 2 left on base. We go to the third inning. Ottawa 1, Reinhardt 0. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves baseball on 1220, 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
My name is Darby Weidel. I'm from Ottawa, Kansas. I'm studying biology, and I'm a freshman at Ottawa University. I didn't expect how involved I would feel coming here. It's almost kind of like its own community. I'm very close with my family, like my parents, my brothers, my grandparents. Like, they're all my big support systems, and they can come see my sporting events. Coming here was one of the best decisions I could have made.
The right decision for you is Ottawa University. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
Local radio continues to stand out among all audio platforms. Why? Because local radio broadcasters are one of you. Members of the community who see, care about, and understand what's going on in our hometowns. Local radio supports businesses and schools while also providing breaking news and weather, plus local events coverage and entertainment. Staying connected to our communities is at the heart of what we do. Trusted, accessible, free. Kansas broadcasters remain focused on you.
Braves able to get the 2-out double from Gabe Eckstein, followed up by another one by Logan Zazaya to left center, both of them almost in the exact same place. Zazaya's might have been struck a little bit harder as the lights have been turned on here in Montgomery, Alabama. Leading it off for Reinhardt will be the center fielder, as that will be number 3, Patrick Baggett, the 6-foot sophomore from Blairsville, Georgia. Left-handed hitting center fielder. They've got a great mix of lefties and righties in this lineup. Can't get comfortable just facing a ton of righties if you're Tyler Bryant, and his first pitch is outside, 1-0. Delivery just misses low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to the leadoff hitter in the inning, the 9-hitter Baggett. 2-0 pitch, misses low again, 3-0. And this was part of the issue that Bryant had. He had 4 walks in the loss to Tabor last week and found himself dealing with runners on base throughout much of the evening. 3-0 pitch is going to be called to strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Three-run count to Baggett. Pitch from Bryant on the outside corner again with the fastball. It gets to full, 3-2. Bryant with 3 strikeouts, but then does have 2 hit by pitches. Three-2, shot foul and into the netting behind home plate. Top of the third inning. Braves leading 1-0. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Baggett. 3-2 pitch, shot fouled on the third base line and out of play. So we'll go with 3-2 again. These leadoff hitters in innings are so important, especially in postseason play. Just giving yourself some cushion. 3-2 pitch, inside corner, just misses. Umpire says it's low and a leadoff walk issued to Baggett to start the third inning.
Second baseman, number 2, Jacob Crawford.
And now all kinds of things could be in order here for Reinhardt. We mentioned the stolen bases for this team. They've got 110. They have been caught 27 times stealing, which that's 23rd in the country. That's a category you don't want to be high at. Ottawa knows that as well. They're 11th in the country. They've been caught stealing 32 times, but don't be surprised if Profit drops a bunt here. Ottawa's infield coming in. First pitch to Profit. He shows bunt, drops it down the third base line. It goes foul. 0-1. Braves well prepared. It's 0-1. Baggett had a huge lead at first. No balls in 1 strike. Runner at first base. Braves will throw over to first. Chasing Baggett back. A 1 count. In the infield starting to creep in, especially from the left side with Zazaya. Showing bunt, Baggett drops it down to the first base side and making the play in time. The runner does get to second, but they do get the runner at first for out number 1 on the sacrifice bunt from Profit. Sack bunt goes 1-3 on the putout.
Designated hitter, number 24, Xavier Arnett.
Runner at second for Reinhardt with 1 down. Brings up Arnett, who struck out in the first inning. Long look to second base by Bryant, and then he'll fire for strike 1. He went with the off speed. It catches the corner. 0-1. Arnett has a home run and 14 RBI. He's hitting .217. Braves are going to throw back to second. Baggett back in, sliding. As Johnson tried to apply the tag. No balls and 1 strike. To the 2-hitter in the lineup, Arnett, and he swings over the top of the fastball. It's quickly 0-2. A 1-0-2 count, 1 down, top of the third. Runner at second base for the Eagles. 0-2 pitch from Bryant. Fastball is outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Arnett. Again, Ottawa's going to throw back on Baggett at second base. Just trying to keep him honest. Arnett, looking at his numbers this year, has not dropped the sacrifice bunt, which would make sense as to why has not tried to attempt one in this plate appearance. Already behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bryant, long look back to second. Now he'll fire a slider that just misses, maybe high above the belt. It's 2-2. Bryant trying to find a way to get his 4th strikeout of the game. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 down, runner at second for Reinhardt. Arnett at the plate. 2-2 from Tyler, misses outside again, 3-2. He was ahead on Arnett, 1-2, and has had 2 straight pitches well out of the zone. As it's 3-2. And with Zadunik on deck, want to try and get Arnett out here with any more damage. 3-2 on the way. Breaking ball gets him to swing over the top and gets the strikeout for out number 2. 4th strikeout for Tyler Bryant. And that brings up Tucker Zadunik, and Ottawa will intentionally walk Zadunik as first base is open. So the intentional walk to Zadunik puts him at first base. Runners at first and second for the for the left fielder Mora, struck out in the second inning. Actually started off that second inning with a strikeout. And they have a courtesy runner at first base, and check swing foul by Mora. It's 0-1. Bryant going to adjust his glasses. No balls and 1 strike to the cleanup hitter Mora. Runners at first and second for the Eagles, 2 down. Top of the 3rd. Oh, 1 from Bryant, and it's going to hit him in the back, and that's going to be the 3rd hit by pitch by Tyler Bryant, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. So Tyler Bryant, 4 strikeouts, a walk, and 3 hit by pitches, and that'll bring Gabe Grinder out to talk to the Texas native Tyler Bryant. And the majority of these hit by pitches, he's been well ahead in the count and has let them get away. But now the base is loaded for Bernie, who was hit by a pitch in the second inning and was left stranded at second base. There'll be bases loaded with 2 outs. Braves up 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. Long walk by the umpire as he's going to tell Gabe to go back to his dugout. It's the first mound visit of the evening. And Bernie with 38 RBI. That puts him 2nd on the team. Everyone trailing Zadunik, who has 63. Zadunik, his courtesy runner, currently standing at second base, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Jarrett Bernie. 2nd team All Appalachian Conference. First pitch from Bryant, and it's going to hit him on the shoulder, and we're tied at 1. 2nd time he's been hit by a pitch, and Tyler Bryant has lost it just a little bit here. And the bases remain loaded. Not seeing any action in the Ottawa bullpen right now, but it's 1-1. See if Tyler Bryant can get back on the horse right here and get out of this inning. Sanders, the shortstop, popped up in the infield. In his first plate appearance, he swings at a fastball, 0-1. Sanders has driven in 25. That's 3 homers. Oh, 1 pitch from Bryant. It's going to be chopped to the right side, but foul. It's 0-2. In this inning, we've seen 2 hit by pitches and 2 walks. One of those was intentional to Zadunik. His courtesy runner stands at third base. Bases loaded. 0-2 count. Bryant just misses outside with a fastball, 1-2. Tried to catch that outside corner. It was tailing away to the left-handed hitting Sanders. One ball and 2 strikes. Tied at 1. 1-2 from Bryant. And again, just spoiled and chopped foul as we'll go 1-2 again. We'll reset again at 1-2 with the bases loaded. Sanders facing off against Bryant. 1-2 pitch is low and inside, 2-2. Reinhardt averaging 6.7 runs per game. They have relied on their pitching for a large portion of the year. 2-2 on the way. It's low, ball 3. It's Bryant just pressing way too much right now. It's just losing his balance on the mound. And the base is loaded, 2 outs. Three-two count. Bryant delivers. It's outside, ball 4, and Reinhardt's taking the lead. Ottawa not really in a position right now where they can bring anyone else in, but we now seen 4 straight either walks or hit by pitches. Bring up the catcher Campbell. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. 4 hit by pitches and 3 walks for Tyler Bryant. Bases loaded again. It's 2-1 Reinhardt. First pitch from Bryant in there for a strike, 0-1. Bryant got in a little bit of a jam in the 2nd inning after working the minimum in the 1st. Now he's just going to work out of the windup. 0-1 from Bryant, goes back to the fastball. It's in there for a strike, 0-2. Top of the 3rd, Reinhardt's taking the lead. Ottawa scored 1 in the 2nd. 0-2 pitch from Bryant. Now this is outside, 1-2. One-two count, 2 down. Top of the 3rd, bases loaded. Catcher Campbell at the plate, 1-2 pitch, lifted foul and out of play. It's going to remain at 1-2. Campbell does have 31 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball lifted to the right side, but tailing foul down the first base line as it gets out of play. One, 2, the count with 2 outs. Pitch from Bryant, lifted in the infield to the right side. Going over is Weisner into foul territory, makes the grab for the 3rd out, but Reinhardt gets 2 runs on no hits, 3 left on base. They lead it 2-1. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
The Ottawa Herald's new owner, Cherry Road Media, is bringing back local news to your local newspaper and wants your help. Send news tips or story ideas to news@ottawaherald.com. For advertising, call Erica, 785-577-3935.
That's okay. Let's talk about how we can stay safe during a storm. The safest place to take shelter from a tornado or a windstorm is in an interior room, on the lowest level of a building, or in a basement or a safe room.
Talk to your child about storm safety today. For more information, visit ksready.gov. A message from the Kansas Division of Emergency Management.
Reinhardt able to take advantage in that inning as they had 2 hit by pitches and 3 walks, as Bryant just lost a little bit of control, but still managed to only give up 2 in the inning. Keeps it a 1-run lead for Reinhardt. Braves have Farnham, Bone, and Johnson due up in the bottom of the third to face Foley, who has 43 pitches through 2 innings. Kyler Bryant's pitch count, he is at 72 through 3. Farnham with a single in the first, also stole a base. Braves go 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. A long top half of this third inning. See if Ottawa can get back a little bit of that energy that they came up with in the bottom of the second, as they had 2 doubles to finish that inning, including 1 for an RBI. And showing bunt and going across was Farnham for strike 1. He's behind at 0-1. Bottom of the third here in Montgomery, Alabama, on the campus of Faulkner University. 0-1, low, 1-1 from Foley. Fastball sitting from scouting report in the upper 80s, but it's his breaking ball that can give you fits, and he's going to get you to ground out, which he's done a little bit of, but Ottawa's been able to lift the ball a bit. 1-1 pitch, shot right back up the middle for a base hit from Farnham. Foley getting out of the way. And Farnham has his second hit of the evening with the leadoff single in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Holland Bone, who flew out to right field in the first inning. That was on a 3-1 count as Foley went right at him. First pitch to Holland, outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Farnham at first base with nobody out. 1-0 delivery from Foley, inside, 2-0. Braves now with 4 hits, which is a good sign after the struggles offensively last week in the KCAC tournament. And they're going to throw over to Farnham. Did he get back in time? He did. That was really close, as the tag applied by Maurer must have been to the backside of the bag, as Farnham looked like he was in big trouble. Shuffled his feet trying to get back to the bag, and good move from Foley, almost retired him. Two-0 count to Holland Bone. Two-0 from Foley. At the knees for a strike, 2-1. Bone, the Pike Road, Alabama native, asking where that one hit. It was right at the knees, so just in the lower part of the zone. Foley's tried to stay away from the upper part of the zone. The flyout was on the lower part. 2-1 pitch, and he swings over the top, fouls it back, 2-2. He just got a piece of it. Going into the KCAC tournament, Bone was leading the nation in home runs. He's fallen back to 3rd in the national rankings. He missed out on some at-bats in both the Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan games after the injury. 2-2 to Bone. Lifted to center field. Is it going to get down? Yes, it is. It's going to be a close play at second. Farnham gets in there as the center fielder Baggett did a good job of kind of playing it off like that ball was hit a little better than it was looking as it was tailing down, but it's a single for Bone. Back-to-back singles to start the third inning for the Braves. Ends up Carson Johnson with runners at first and second and no outs. Johnson struck out in the first. And he's going to square up and show bunt. It's low, pulls it back, 1-0. Johnson with .15 sack bunts this year. So well used to dropping it down. He'll show again. Drop it to the left side. That's a great bunt. They're going to go to first base. Are they going to get him? It's high. Johnson's safe at first. Now, I'm not sure even if the throw was on line, it would have gone him. We'll wait to see how they score. We're going to score to hit here. We know Johnson has the speed to get down the line, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Connor Jeffers. Bunt single loads up the bases with nobody out. Jeffers grounded to third on a high chopper in the second inning. First pitch to Jeffers, breaking ball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. About the hot streak that Jeffers has been on. The junior from Burlington. Transfer from Southeastern Oklahoma State. Division II level. 0-1 to Jeffers, breaking ball. It's fouled back to the netting, 0-2. He knows he just missed that one. He was trying to turn on it as it was on the outer part of the plate. He's behind it, 0-2. Sizemore on deck. Eckstein would follow after that. 0-2 count, nobody out. Bottom of the third. Ducks on the pond for the Braves. 0-2 to Jeffers. Is it low and outside? That goes off the catcher. And just a tough read there for Farnham. Good recovery by the catcher Campbell to just keep it within a few feet as that breaking ball could have gone anywhere. It kicked off his left heel. It shot towards the Reinhardt dugout. Had enough backspin, though, to where it wasn't going to go much farther than a few feet, and Foley was coming home to apply the tag if Farnham decided to come to the plate. But with nobody out, probably better to see what Jeffers can do here on 1 and 2 with the bases loaded, nobody out. 1-2 from Foley. Fastball strikes him out. Just got up on the upper part of the zone, and it's one down for Nicholas Sizemore, who grounded to short in the second. Reinhardt on top of Ottawa, 2-1, bottom of the third. Braves with the bases loaded and 1 out. Braves have had 3 singles in the inning. First pitch to Sizemore, breaking ball well over the top for strike 1. Sizemore just over 300 with the average. Has driven in 41. But Foley starting to bear down and get some confidence after giving up 2 hard hit singles and an infield bunt. 0-1 pitch, another one that's out of the zone that Sizemore's fooled on, and it's quickly 0-2, and Sizemore's got to try and recover here. Braves have to put something in play after getting the bases loaded with nobody out. And calling time is Sizemore as he'll step out of the box. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the third, bases loaded for OU. 0-2 on the way from Foley, breaking ball, trying to get Sizemore to go after it. He'll watch it for ball 1. Maurer still holding the runner at first. Well, there is a little bit of room between first and second if you put this one on the ground. Playing closer to the bag at second base is Profit. 1-2 from Foley. It's chopped to the third base side. Can Ottawa score the run? Yes, they can, as they'll step on the bag at third. But we're tied at 2. On the ground out, or excuse me, the fielder's choice. So we're tied at 2. As Sizemore chopped it to third, but it was a high chopper that the only place that Bernie could go was to third base. That one goes down as 5 unassisted for Sizemore, as Farnham scored from third. Tied at 2. Still runners at first and second for the Braves as Brad Grant comes in to be the courtesy runner for Sizemore. And Eckstein with a huge swing on a two-seam fastball, well behind at 0-1. Eckstein doubled in the second, and he's going to take a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-2. After loading the bases with nobody out, Foley was able to get a strikeout, and then the fielder's choice, and now ahead on Eckstein. Gabe doubled to left center and came around to score in the second inning. 0-2 from Foley, outside, 1-2. Give a little head nod there, thinking it was strike 3. One ball and 2 strikes to Eckstein. 1-2 from Foley, outside, and a great job by Campbell to keep it in front of him. Turn the glove to the inside. 2-2. Johnson standing at second, Grant at first. Grant, the 5'7" junior from Vancouver, Washington. Two count, and time is called as Foley will step off. And the third base umpire talking to Foley. Not sure what that discussion was about. 2-2 to Eckstein. He's going to strike out to end the inning, but Ottawa does score 1 to tie it at 2 as they get 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 2 left on base. We go to the 4th inning, tied at 2. Listen to Braves Baseball on 1220, 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Mom. How did Jordan's interview go?
I'm not sure. Your brother isn't home yet. Oh, one sec. Someone's at the door.
Are you Mrs. Lewis?
Yes?
Mrs. Lewis, I'm Officer Taylor. Your son was in a crash and has died.
What?
He wasn't wearing his seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle.
No. No.
Mom, is everything okay? Mom, answer.
Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Head to the 4th inning, tied at 2. Braves with 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors, but have left 5 on base for Reinhardt. 2 runs, no hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. Leading it off for the Reinhardt Eagles will be the first baseman Maurer, the only Eagle not to hit in the 3rd inning or come to the plate in the 3rd inning, as there were 2 hit by pitches and 3 walks issued by Tyler Bryant. It's been an adventurous outing for Tyler. So it is 8-9-1 due up for the Eagles. First pitch to Maurer, shot foul over the top of us and out of play. 0-1. A 1 count to the lefty Maurer. And this one's going to be fouled back to the netting. 0-2. Count in the top of the 4th to Maurer, and he's going to hit this one to center field. Going back on it and coming in to make the grab is going to be the left fielder Jeffers. It was kind of in that triangle between shortstop, left field, and center field, and in the end Jeffers able to run in and make the grab for the first out of the inning. Center fielder Baggett walked in the last inning, came around to score on the hit by pitch to Mora. Slider catches the corner. 0-1. From Bryant. Just misses outside with a fastball. 1-1. Ball and a strike. This one's going to be hit to the left side. That's going to be a base hit. It goes over the head of Carson Johnson into left field. And a 1-out single, as going the other way with it was Baggett.
Second baseman, number 2, Jacob Crawford.
With 1 down, it'll bring Profit in the top of the Reinhardt lineup back to the plate. He had a sac bunt in the 3rd. That moved Baggett to second base. Breaking ball hit back up the middle. Is this going to land for a single? It is, right in front of the center fielder. There's a close play at second, but able to get in there is Baggett. And back-to-back singles for Reinhardt in the 4th inning. On 2 pitches that kind of jammed the hitters inside.
Next hitter, number 24, Xavier Arnett.
And has been back and forth so far. But 2 pitches that were placed nicely by Bryant, just better hitting from these Reinhardt hitters. Bring up Arnett, the designated hitter, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It's going to be hit off the end of the bat. This is going to be a tough play. Johnson charging the throw in time to retire Arnett for out number 2. Runners move up to second and third. Johnson was playing back on that one. It was hit off the end of the bat. Came in and able to get Arnett for the second out.
Right fielder, number 7, Taylor Zadunik.
And now with, and that will load the bases for Albert Mora. Mora hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Bryant for a strike. Mora struck out in the 2nd. And as I mentioned, hit by a pitch in the 3rd. No balls in, 1 strike. To Mora. A 1 delivery from Bryant. Swinging at a fastball. Well behind it is Mora, 0-2. Bryant 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, which Ottawa needs a 0 up on that scoreboard defensively right now, just to get a little confidence back in there. KCAC Pitcher of the Year, Tyler Bryant. 0-2 from Tyler on the outside corner, just misses with a fastball that just missed on the edge there. Caught the zone, I thought, at the very beginning of that pitch, but tailed away. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mora, the cleanup hitter. 1-2 from Bryant. Swing it, strike 3, and that ends the inning. He works around the 2 singles, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base for Reinhardt. We go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUY for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code BUY. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUY for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code BUY for a $5 bonus.
Tyler Bryant gets out of the bases loaded jam on the strikeout. And looking at his numbers right now, he has 5 Ks to go along with the 4 hit by pitches and the 3 walks. Leading off for OU in the 4th will be Logan Zazaya, followed by Zach Spradlin and Jonah Weisner. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Braves. Zazaya an RBI double in the 2nd. It gave Ottawa a 1-0 lead. As Logan had his 8th double of the year. First pitch low, actually hits the plate and goes over the top of the catcher and umpire. 1-0. Foley at 66 pitches. One-0 pitch, swinging over the top of a slider. 1-1 is Zazaya. Bottom of the 4th, tied at 2 in the NAI baseball opening round. Montgomery Regional. 1-1 on the way. Gonna work in there with that 2-seamer again, catches the corner. And Zazaya behind in the count, 1-2. One-two pitch from Foley, and that one out of the zone, but Zazaya protecting, fouls it back to the netting. We'll go 1-2 again. First hitter for the Braves in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 pitch, strikes him out on another slider. And for Foley, his 4th strikeout. Brings up Zach Spradlin with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th. Spradlin walked in the 2nd. First pitch to Spradlin inside. They're going to call it a strike. 0-1. Spradlin 2 home runs, 22 RBI. 0-1 delivery, fastball high, 1-1. Spradlin's hitting is at 279 with the average. One from Foley. Shot foul down the third base line. One down in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 count to the 9-hitter Spradlin. One-two from Foley, outside 2-2. Fastball got away from him. Two balls and 2 strikes. to Spradlin. And again, he goes back to the two-seam, and Spradlin just fights it off. It was on the inner part of his hands, like close to his hands, and able to fight it off. Two-two count, one down, bottom of the fourth. Tied at 2. A lot of twos on that board right now. Breaking ball that's going to hit Spradlin, and he's going to take first base, and now they're going to make him come back. That ball was in the box. Spradlin just turned his back. They're going to make him come back. Spradlin, Gabe Grinder wants to talk with the home plate umpire to see what the issue was. Which that was a breaking ball that did get away from Foley. And now they're going to talk to the third base umpire. It looked like Spradlin just kind of was standing in the box. I know you're supposed to turn just a little bit, which he did turn his back. And they're going to bring all 4 umpires to talk about it. See Campbell behind the plate talking with Spradlin on whether he turned or not. So that's a pitch you definitely want to get hit by, as that was the off speed there from Foley. Well, this is a big call, as we know Spradlin, when he gets on the bases, is a big problem. And also having an opportunity for Wisner to hit with runners on. What Ottawa's looking at here if this call goes their way. There's a long discussion. And now they're going to... Well, they had the home plate umpire started to tell Spradlin what it was, but his third base counterpart telling him he wants some more words. I want to remind everyone we will have Ottawa University Braves softball tomorrow. Unfortunately, they fell today 3-0 to College of Idaho. But they will take on the loser of University of Science and Arts and Mount Marty. And now they're going to talk to Gabe Grinder again about what the call is. And I think this is going to stay what it was on the field. But Matt Kincaid will have that call for you tomorrow at 2:30. The Braves try and stay alive. In game 1 today, Faulkner defeated Kaiser 7-6. And Spradlin is out. So 2 down in the inning.
Designated hitter number 6, John Wisner.
2 down for Wisner. Nobody on base in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Jonah. Low for ball 1, 1-0. And to be fair to Spradlin, did not leave the box at any point. Just turned his back, took it on the elbow guard. I mean, I've seen much worse go the other way. First, the 1-0 pitch is high, 2-0 to Wisner, who is 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Two-0 pitch to Wisner, rope to the right side. That's a base hit for Wisner into right field. 2-out single for the Braves. 7th hit of the game for OU.
Center fielder number 3, Tyler Farnham.
Brings up Tyler Farnham, who is 2 for 2, and we'll have our first mound visit for Foley. As Ottawa has been able to come up with 7 hits on him today and able to get him for a couple runs, but still only 1 out away from working his way through 4 innings. I like that hit, though, from Wisner. Didn't try and do too much. That breaking ball was on the outer part of the plate. Did a great job of roping it into right field. And I know he probably wants back that fly out in the second with runners at first and second. Getting a little momentum for him at the top of this OU lineup. Farnham 2 for 2, 2 singles, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Came around to score in that third inning. The Braves started that inning with 3 straight singles. Two down, runner at first is Wisner. And we know he's got the wheels. 30 stolen bases this year. First pitch, low, ball 1, and just caroms off the leg pad, and Campbell able to get to it. Ottawa hasn't tested Campbell yet behind the plate. Braves are 7th in the country in stolen bases with 149. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom 4. Wisner with a slight lead at first. 1-0 pitch, inside, ball 2. There's a long pause there from the umpire. I thought he was going to call a strike, but I believe that might have been a little high as we go 2-0. And Farnham gets ahead in the count. To Farnham, and that slider does get in there. 2-1. So he's got a slider and then also a 2-seam that just continues to work back to the right-handed hitters for OU. Two-1 to Farnham, and showing bunt and pulls back. 3-1. Wisner had a huge lead over at first, but it's 3-1. To Tyler Farnham. Three-one from Foley is outside, ball 4, and the Braves will have runners at first and second with Holland Bone to the plate. As Tyler Farnham reaches base for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Bone 1 for 2. He flew out in the first and then singled in the third. Foley taking a long time to get the signs from his catcher Campbell, and then time is called at the plate. First pitch to Holland, breaking ball that he's in front of, 0-1. Bottom 4. Braves with runners at first and second with 2 outs. 0-1 from Foley. Again, a breaking ball. This one stays high, 1-1. Bone with 68 runs batted in. Looking for a single right now. The outfield playing medium depth. Left field, they're playing much deeper, but right and center playing medium depth. And they're going to step off the bag and has to make that throw attempt. Finally does at the last second to avoid the balk. So he chases Farnham back to second base. Wisner at second, Farnham at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bone. Pitch on the way. It's going to be hit to left center. That ball is well struck. Going back to the track, to the wall. It's going to be caught at the wall to end the inning as that ball just died in the left center gap. Braves leave 2 on the bases, no runs, 1 hit. We go to the 5th inning, tied at 2. You listen to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Local radio continues to stand out among all audio platforms. Why? Because local radio broadcasters are one of you. Members of the community who see, care about, and understand what's going on in our hometowns. Local radio supports businesses and schools while also providing breaking news and weather, plus local events coverage and entertainment. Staying connected to our communities is at the heart of what we do. Trusted, accessible, free. Kansas broadcasters remain focused on you.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
It's good to know your AC is ready for the summer before it gets hot. Call Adamson Brothers for a spring tune-up today. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
Hollenbone drives it to the wall and finally brought in by the center fielder Baggett for the third out, as both Bryant and Foley have 88 pitches through 4 innings. Raised with 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For the Eagles from Reinhardt, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Leading it off, 5, 6, and 7. Bernie, followed up by Sanders, and then Campbell. Bernie's been hit by a pitch twice. Don't expect him to dig in too deep. And Ottawa going to get the new pitch count or pitch selection for Tyler Bryant. And now he's ready to face Bernie. First pitch to him, breaking ball that catches the corner on the inside part of the plate. 0-1, and Bernie with something to say to the umpire after that pitch. Oh, 1 count. Breaking ball again from Bryant gets him to fish. 0-2. Leadoff hitter in the 5th inning for Reinhardt. Bryant out of the windup, 0-2 delivery, another breaking ball. This one's going to be jumped on for a base hit up the middle as they get a leadoff single to begin the 5th. Went back to the off speed, and Bernie was waiting on it. Saw 3 breaking balls in that at bat, and that one unfortunately caught a lot of the plate. Brings up Sanders, the shortstop, 0-for-1. So did walk in the 3rd, and take a look here and see how many sacrifice bunts Sanders has. He's dropped 4 of them this year on the left side, and now he will show bunt. And that pitch well outside from Bryant, 1-0. Zazaya was within about 10 feet of home plate, and then watching Sanders pull that bat back had to be a little scary there for Logan. Top of the 5th inning. Reinhardt again getting the leadoff hitter on base for the 3rd inning in a row. They're going to throw over, have Bernie slide back in. One ball, no strikes. Zaya currently on the infield grass. Showing bunt, and they're going to bunt it to the left side, foul. 1-1. Sanders, the transfer from Lindsey Wilson College, out of the Mid-South Conference. One ball, one strike. Runner at first for Reinhardt, nobody out. Showing bunt. I was going to throw over to chase Bernie back to first. 1-1 count. Bunt showing again by Sanders, and now he'll bring it back and pop it up in the infield to the left side. Zazaya trying to find it in the lights, and he does for the first out. Pop up to the third baseman, Zazaya. One retired in the top of the fifth. Brings up the catcher, Campbell. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Popped up to Weisner in the third. One down with a runner at first base. If you want to get a double play here, it's going to have to be hit hard at either Weisner or Johnson, as the speedy Bernie stands at first. First pitch to Campbell, runner going, hit to right field. This one going to be hit into the gap in right field. Cut off nicely. The runner's going to go to third base. Credit to Tyler Farnham keeping that ball from getting all the way to the fence. Not a great turn from Bernie at second, but we do have runners at the corners with one out. Also keeping Campbell from getting to second base. Fourth hit for the Eagles. Bring up the first baseman, Maurer.
First baseman, number 9, Matt Maurer.
2 singles in the inning for Reinhardt, and only one down. Bryant looks over his left shoulder. He's ready to go. They'll show bunt. First pitch on the corner for a strike, 0-1. As Maurer showed bunt, brought it back and takes the strike. Maurer, who showed bunt, kind of caught Ottawa defensively off guard. Zazaya was playing just at regular depth at third, and Ottawa had to hurry up. Luckily, Maurer brought the bunt back, decided to take the strike. Anything on the ground would score Bernie from third. And time called by the hitter, Maurer. A 1 count. Runners at the corners for Reinhardt. One down in the top of the fifth. Maurer at the plate, the 8 hitter. He's going to show bunt and foul back to the screen. The attempt results in strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. To Maurer. They throw over to first base as the courtesy runner looks to be number 1, Dayton Romig, 5'8" sophomore from Windermere, Florida. 0-2 count. Bryant fires, runners going. This one's going to be fouled back. It was a hit and run, and the bench runner would have, or the courtesy runner would have made it. No problem. That was going to be ball 1. Starting to feel a couple sprinkles. Not seeing a whole lot of cloud build up above us. We are fully under the lights now. 0-2 count. And time called again by Maurer. He asked the umpire if he's the one who called time. And he was. Tyler Bryant searching for his 6th strikeout. And it's off the end of the bat, just foul as it gets behind. Again, we'll go 0-2. NAI opening round from Montgomery, Alabama, hosted by Faulkner University in the 1 versus 4 seed matchup. But Reinhardt is definitely not a 4 seed. No doubt about it. They have been a top 25 team all year. Braves are going to throw over again on the courtesy runner, Romig. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch, runner going. They're going to throw outside. They're going to throw down to third base. It goes over the head of Zazaya. Runner will score from third, and just disaster there from Ottawa defensively on the throwing error from Sizemore. So the run scores on the E2. Bernie comes in from third, and the runner moves all the way from first to third. And Reinhardt regains the lead. They go up 3-2. Braves' first error of the game. Now the double play is out of question. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes still on Maurer. Showing bunt, runners coming home, and he's out. That's strike 3. Showed bunt, didn't realize how many strikes there were, and Maurer's retired. Brings up the center fielder, Baggett. 1 for 1, reached base twice. These go down as a, leave the strikeout there for Bryant. 2 down in the 5th as Reinhardt has added 1. Breaking ball misses low from Bryant for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third for Reinhardt. We put 1 across in the inning. 1-0 delivery. Big hack there from Baggett to foul it out of play. It was 1-1. Reinhardt scored 2 in the 3rd. He scored 1 in the 5th so far. Baggett also going with that hoodie look. On 1 count. Pitch from Bryant. Right down the heart of the plate for strike 2 as he gets back to the fastball. He's really worked that slider to the righties. The lefties, he's hasn't been able to work that fastball to the inner part of the plate. That's the best one he's thrown so far. So he's looking for strike 3 right here. Time called by Baggett. Center fielder from Blairsville, Georgia. 6-foot sophomore. 1-2 from Bryant. Fastball well high, 2-2. This might be the last inning here for Tyler. Started off the game well, retired the first 3, and then has struggled with command. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th, Reinhardt has scored 1 as they scored on the error. 2-2 from Tyler. Breaking ball hit to left field. This one's well hit. Going back, still going back as Jeffers gets to the track, makes the grab. Reinhardt scores 1. They get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base as we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Reinhardt 3, Ottawa 2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Off-road from O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lainey Wilson's duet with Cole Swindell, Never Say Never, has some pretty cool off-road origins.
There I am, sitting on a beach in Mexico, and he texts me out of the blue. I was drinking a pina colada. I don't know if that had anything to do with me saying yes. I knew immediately that this song was special.
Brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
My name is Jose Trejo. I'm a junior here at Ottawa University, and I'm currently studying exercise science. One of my favorite things about OU is that it's a small community, and coming from Western Kansas, where all there is small country towns, I felt right at home as everyone kind of just felt like family. It's a great community. It has a lot of support behind it, and most of the professors here are extremely well about getting you to understand the knowledge that they want you to understand.
Education for a lifetime at Ottawa University. To find out more, visit online at ottawa.edu.
Bottom of the fifth, as Ottawa will have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Johnson, Jeffers, Sizemore. First mistake defensively from the Braves in this tournament as they were trying to catch the speedy Bernie at third, sleeping, and the throw from Sizemore just off the mark goes over the head of Zazaya into left field. The runner, though, got stranded. The runners were at the corners on that play. Bernie, of course, scored from third, but the runner at first advanced all the way to third with one out. And Tyler Bryant able to retire the last 2 of that inning to keep it just a 1-run inning for the Eagles. First pitch to Carson Johnson, low for ball 1. Foley has 88 pitches through 4 innings. Braves 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Reinhardt 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. This one hit right back up the middle. It's tailing, and it's down for a base hit for Johnson. Carson has his second hit of the game, and the freshman on base to lead off the bottom of the 5th for OU.
Left fielder number 1, Connor Jeffers.
Braves will get their 8th hit. Brings up Connor Jeffers. For 2, ground out and a strikeout. He shows bunt and ends up foul tipping it back to the screen on the bunt attempt. 0-1. Jeffers has dropped 17 sacrifice bunts. They just need him to drop one right here. We've seen some of those sacrifices turn into singles. 0-1 pitch, drops the bunt. It's fouled back behind home plate, and it's going to harmlessly drop behind the catcher, Campbell, who just didn't see it. A big break there for Jeffers to at least stay alive in the plate appearance for one more pitch. Jeffers can lock in right here. Find a way to get on base, or at least move Johnson to second. It's been a game about manufacturing runs. Ball not flying out of the ballpark as we have no wind. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at first. 0-2 pitch, strikes him out. Jeffers' struggles continue tonight. Second strikeout for him. And Foley struck out 6 Braves. Bring up Nick Sizemore. 0 for 1, but does have an RBI on the fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning, as Farnham was coming home the whole way, so we're going to give him that RBI. Johnson still standing at first with 1 down. Now he's going to go. It's going to be chopped to the third base side. Goes off the glove of the third baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. As the third baseman, Bernie, was trying to peek over to second base to see where Johnson was. He was running on the play, and it turns into an error, and the Eagles make a mistake defensively. That'll go E5. And Ottawa, can they take advantage? Gabe Eckstein, 1 for 2, doubled in the second, came around to score. And struck out in the third. Johnson standing at second, courtesy runner for Ottawa standing at first. We'll get that to you here in just a second. I believe that's either Alex Kuhn or Brad Grant. Breaking ball high from Foley, 1-0. Looks that is Brad Grant. At first base is the courtesy runner. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth. Braves trailing 3-2. But an error from Reinhardt has opened the door for the Braves. 1-0 to Eckstein. Chopped foul towards the Ottawa dugout. We'll go 1-1. Pretty interesting stat here. Eckstein, 17 hits on the year. Taking a look. Apologies. No, that's 13 hits. That was just his second double of the season. Does have 3 home runs as well. 1-1 count. Runners at first and second for OU. 1-1 from Foley. Runners are going. It's going to be a hit and run, and it's fouled out of play by Eckstein. And Johnson had a huge lead. Count at 1-2. Both these teams have left runners on base. Reinhardt's left 8 already. Ottawa has left 7. So the runners have been out there. Just haven't been able to get that one big hit to score multiple runs. They scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Eagles did have that 2-run third inning. 1-2 pitch to Eckstein, going to strike him out. Oh, excuse me, it is, wow. That ball looked like it was right at the knees, but it was tailing down, so it is 2-2. Eckstein's got to feel lucky to get another pitch here in this at-bat. Two count, 1 down. Gabe Eckstein, the senior, at the plate. They're going to step off the rubber as Foley and make the throw attempt, in air quotes, to second base. They have the first baseman Bauer, of course, holding the runner at first, and just a poke to the right side from Eckstein would do the job. And he's going to chop one over the head of third base coach Josh Larinaga, foul. Assistant coaches as well for the Braves, Jake Gall, Austin Swift, and Merrick Brown. Joined by their third base coach Josh Larinaga and first base coach Rob Sagi. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth, Braves trailing 3-2. Runners at first and second, though. Gabe Eckstein at the plate for OU. 2-2 pitch outside, 3-2. Is trying to get that slider to run away from Eckstein, and he's able to lay off of it. The count's full. Logan Zazaya on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Three-two pitch from Foley. Again, chop foul to the left side by Eckstein. Johnson at second. Grant as the courtesy runner for Sizemore at first. Johnson started this inning off with a single. And then Sizemore reaching on the error. They're going to throw back to second base, and getting in there in time is Johnson as he got the right hand in. Tag was applied by the shortstop, Sanders, and Johnson taking his time getting back up at the end of that play. I think he might have had his hand stepped on. Doesn't have a glove on that right hand or a mitt, one of those mittens. Has it on his left hand, though. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Eckstein. Runners at first and second for the Braves with 1 down. Three-two pitch to Gabe, and that's going to be called strike 3 on the breaking ball. Eckstein goes down as the second out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 27, Logan
Be up to Zazaya to come up and keep this inning alive for the Braves with 2 down. Logan 1 for 2. RBI double in the second. And struck out in the fourth. First pitch to Zazaya, hard swing, but off the end of the bat and foul towards the Ottawa dugout. Seen a lot of that two-seamer from Foley, and then he has a really nice slider that works away from righties. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 0-1 to Zazaya, breaking ball that again off the end of the bat from Zazaya. This one shot to the right side and foul. He's behind 0-2. Five strikeouts for Foley up to this point. Oh, 2 count. Long look from Foley. Logan Zazaya at the plate. 0-2 on the way. Fastball well out of the zone. Zazaya chases for strike 3 as Foley ends up striking out the side. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base for OU. We go to the 6th inning. Reinhardt 3, Ottawa 2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
If you're a propane customer, make sure your propane system is operating safely by having it inspected by a qualified service technician. If you've run out of propane or had an interruption of service, your propane supplier is required to test your propane system to ensure that it is leak-free and safe. Each family member should know what propane smells like and what to do in the event of a gas leak. Call your propane supplier for additional information. This message brought to you by this station and the Kansas Propane Education and Research Council, Greg Knoll, Executive Director.
The Ottawa Herald's new owner, Cherry Road Media, is bringing back local news to your local newspaper and want your help. Send news tips or story ideas to news@ottawaherald.com. For advertising, call Erica, 785-577-3935.
KOFO reminds you that blessing boxes are available at the following locations: 5th and Main, the 2nd and Walnut Alley, North Baptist Church, Sacred Heart, Grace Community Church, Foursquare Church, and the Eagles area on 15th. Take what you need, offer what you can. When we all help, we all benefit.
Braves able to get runners at first and second, but they get stranded there. The ace for Reinhardt, Ethan Foley, strikes out the side. To keep it a 1-run Reinhardt lead, we go to the 6th inning. Top of the lineup due for Reinhardt as they go 1-2-3. And it's been an interesting night for both of these top pitchers. For Tyler Bryant, 5 innings. He's given up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned, 4 walks. And trying to see here. And 5 strikeouts. Profit 1 for 2. First pitch from Bryant going to be popped up in the infield. Johnson coming in and makes the grab for the first out to start the 6th inning. I think second in the inning will be the designated hitter, Xavier Arnett. Arnett is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And Bryant going to step off the mound and reset. One down, top of the 6th. Fastball outside from Bryant to the lefty, 1-0. Delivery from Bryant, breaking ball low, 2-0. Gets behind Arnett. Pitch from Bryant, fastball loop to right field. That ball's hit hard. Eckstein going back at the track, makes the grab just in front of the wall on a well-hit ball to right field on the line out from Arnett. First time a lefty has really been able to catch one on Tyler Bryant, but there is 2 down in the top of the 6th. Brings up the right fielder, Tucker Zadunik, who has not seen a pitch since the first inning. Braves intentionally walked him in the third and the fourth to actually load the bases in both those innings. And then Bryant came back and got the out on the next hitter. First pitch is outside to the left-handed hitting Zadunik. One ball and no strikes, 2 outs, top of the sixth. 1-0 pitch gets by Sizemore on a fastball in the dirt. It's 2-0. Balls, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the sixth inning. Two-0 on the way from Bryant. Gets that slider to catch the corner. 2-1. Zadunik looking like he was taking all the way. Two-one pitch, another breaking ball. This one's going to hit to center. Going back, still going back is Farnham at the track. He makes the catch, turning himself around to keep Zadunik from picking up extra bases. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Braves trailing 3-2. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. Listen to Braves baseball on KOFO.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to find savings. But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket.
Call for cost information and conditions. The Equal Housing Lender, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
An 8-pitch inning there for Tyler Bryant. A couple balls that were well hit, but his defense able to back him up. That ball was hit to straightaway center field. Farnham spun to his right, then back to his left. Made the grab over his right shoulder to keep Zadunik from turning that one into extra bases. Bringing it off for OU in the sixth is Zach Spradlin. Ottawa goes 9-1-2. Sprad's There's been a lot of talking between both teams and the umpire this evening. Spradlin, who was called out for leaning into a pitch in the fourth, will lead it off for OU. First pitch from Foley, swinging and fouling back, and out of play is Spradlin, 0-1. Zach is 0 for 1, reached on a walk in the second. A 1 delivery, a fastball right down the heart of the plate. It's 0-2. Foley starts this inning at 105 pitches. Oh, 2 count. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the sixth for the Braves. Foley. 0-2 pitch. Goes with the 2-seamer. It stays high. 1-2. Jonah Weisner on deck. One-two delivery to Spreads. Breaking ball that he spoils. That ball had all kinds of movement on it. Might have been one of the first curveballs we've seen from Foley. And it's fouled away. That is a tough pitch to take a hack at if you're Spreads. But he stays alive at 1-2. Delivery from Foley. He's going to strike out on a 2-seamer. Credit to Foley on that one. The location impossible to lay off of if you're Spradlin. I believe it was ball 2, but right in that area where you have to protect. One down for Wisner. Braves trailing 3-2, bottom of the 6th. Wisner did single in his last plate appearance, takes one low for ball 1. Jonah 1 for 3. He was left stranded at second base in the 4th. 1-0 pitch to Wisner, and going to be hit softly to third. Charging is actually the shortstop, and Wisner is safe by a mile at first. Actually trips over the base. They couldn't decide if the third baseman, Bernie, or Sanders at short was going to take it, and Wisner looks to be okay. I think he hit the front of the bag and tumbled, but an infield single. Shortstop was playing well back. They are going to, we'll wait to see. I haven't seen it on the screen yet. It is a single. Thought the third baseman should have called him off there. But it's hit number 9 in the bottom, as we are in the bottom of the 6th with one out for Tyler Farnham. Farnham 1 for 1, has reached base 3 times as he's walked twice. Apologies, he's 2 for 2 as he walked in his last plate appearance in the 4th. He has 2 singles. First pitch to Farnham, breaking ball, going to be shot to the right side. That ball is tailing, and it's going to be caught. And on the run was Zadunik for the second out as Farnham caught that one just a little too well as Zadunik got on his horse and made the grab. Goes down as an F9. Bring up Bone with a runner at first and 2 outs. Bone 1 for 3, a couple fly outs, and a single in the 3rd. First pitch to Bone, fastball low, 1-0. Three-2 lead for Reinhardt. 4 seed leading the 1 seed Braves here in this Montgomery Regional NAI opening round. 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball misses low, 2-0. Bone hit one to the deepest part of left center. Took the center fielder all the way to the wall in the 4th. So he caught one well. But you're going to have to get all of it to get out of this ballpark, unless you're going to the corners. 2-0 pitch, almost hits him, 3-0. Three-0 count to Holland Bone. He's down 3-2. 3-0 pitched. 2-seamer in there for the strike, 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike to Bone with Wisner at first, 2 down. Pitch from Foley. This one's popped up in the infield. Is it going to get out of play? It's working towards the dugout, and the catch is made by the catcher Campbell to end the inning. So Ottawa leaves another on base. They do get a hit. We'll go to the 7th inning. Reinhardt still leading 3-2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on KOFO.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Mom. How did Jordan's interview go?
I'm not sure. Your brother isn't home yet. Oh, 1 sec. Someone's at the door.
Are you Mrs. Lewis?
Yes?
Mrs. Lewis, I'm Officer Taylor. Your son was in a crash and has died.
What?
He wasn't wearing his seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle.
No. No.
Mom, is everything okay? Mom, answer.
Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Top of the 7th inning for Reinhardt, who lead at 3-2. They have 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. Braves 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Start the 7th inning. Due up for the Eagles, 4, 5, and 6, Mora, Bernie, and Sanders. Mora 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Bryant back on the mound. Pitched all 6 up to this point. First pitch is a fastball from Bryant, strike 1. Mora behind that fastball. We had a 1-run game in the first game of the day. Game that Faulkner was up 5-0, and Kaiser was as close as 5-4. Breaking ball in there on the inside part of the plate from Bryant. He's ahead at 0-2. Faulkner was able to stretch it out to 7-4 in the 8th, and in the 9th inning, Kaiser actually got the go-ahead run to the plate. They got it to 7-6 and had Tim Bouchard at the plate, but unable to come away with the win. The 0-2 pitch just stays high. It's 1-2. Top 7. Eagles leading the Braves 3-2. 1-2 from Tyler Bryant. Fastball misses low and outside, 2-2. Braves making the 16-hour drive from Ottawa. Two-two pitch from Bryant. Fastball popped well over our heads and out of play. We'll go 2-2 again. For Reinhardt, just a 3-hour and 4-minute drive from Georgia. 2-2 pitch, chopped at the plate and foul. It did hit the top of the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Leading off the 7th inning is Mora, the left fielder. 2-2 delivery from Tyler Bryant, and does it catch him? No, it didn't. Mora able to get out of the way. The count is full. Bryant was 0-2 on Mora. And again, these leadoff hitters have just been so difficult for Bryant to retire over his last 2 starts. 3-2 delivery. This one's crushed to left field. Going back is Jeffers, looking for the wall, gets to the wall, makes the grab. On the deep fly ball to left, off the bat, looked like it was going to be a problem for the Braves and ends up being a flyout. Start the 7th inning. Still goes down as a fly out to left, luckily. Both him and Bone, probably the 2 hardest hit balls today. Bone driving his to left center. I think if Bone puts it in that vicinity of where Mora just did, probably a home run under the scoreboard. It's where the 1 home run was hit. Or actually, there were 2 home runs hit in that first game. But we had a little bit more wind than what we have now. It is completely still. First pitch is fouled back by Bernie. He has reached in all 3 plate appearances and has scored a run. He singled in the 5th. That's when he came around to score on that error by the Braves. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd and the 3rd inning. 0-1 from Bryant. That one runs in, and did it catch him again? He didn't make any effort to get out of the way if it did. And they're going to give him first base. 3rd hit by pitch. And a runner at first with 1 out. If I'm the OU coaching staff, I think you got a little bit of a gripe, as it didn't catch anything. Brings up Sanders, the shortstop. Braves would like a double play right here. The bat's back out. This one's going to be hit off the end of the bat, going back. Making the grab is Carson Johnson in short center field on the pop-up by Sanders. Brings up the catcher, Campbell. 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the second. Did single in the fifth. Eagles scored 2 in the third and 1 in the fifth. The Braves 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They trail it 3-2. Top 7. Runner going, breaking ball. They're going to throw down to second. Good throw by Sizemore. He'll throw him out to end the inning. Big jump there from Bernie at first, but a better throw from Sizemore, and maybe that's the momentum OU needs. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. They trail 3-2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, we made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
If you're missing this informative ad, you must love wasting your cash.
It's the easy and smart way to save.
Now it's all been said, so if that earphone was out, put it back in your head.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's no secret that many of our youth are engaging in risky behaviors at earlier and earlier ages. We at Life Care Center of Ottawa are working to stem that tide by educating middle and high school students in Franklin and surrounding counties using our Relationships Under Construction curriculum. The week-long program is for grades 6 through 9 and takes students on a journey to recognize and avoid the pitfalls of poor lifestyle and relationship choices. RUC meets the state's requirements for sex education. Bring Relationships Under Construction to your school. Call 785-242-4500.
Nick Sizemore guns down Bernie at second base to keep a runner from getting into scoring position for Reinhardt. Braves will have 4, 5, and 6. Johnson, Jeffers, Sizemore due up in the bottom of the 7th. They have come up with 9 hits. Unfortunately, a lot of those with nobody on base. Foley back out for the 7th inning. Looking at his line right now. 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. 2 of those were looking for 118 pitches through 6 innings. So he's right at his ERA right now. And as you go into that Reinhardt bullpen, potentially, they have some guys that their ERAs are massive when you go down this list. And some young pitchers, to say the least. They have 1 senior in their bullpen. They have some guys that have thrown upwards of 50, 56 innings, which is a team that's, played 55 games this year. Leading it off will be Carson Johnson for OU. Bottom 7, trailing 3-2 are the Braves. Johnson has 2 singles. We'll take a fastball for a strike. 0-1. No balls and a strike to the freshman. 0-1 delivery from Foley outside, 1-1. First time we'd seen a fastball from, or at least a 4-seam fastball from Foley in a long time is to start this at bat against Carson Johnson. 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a breaking ball, missing low. 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch from Foley goes to the 2-seam, and Johnson out in front of it. 2-2. 2-2 count. Johnson leads it off in the bottom of the 7th for the Braves, trailing by 1. 2-2 on the way. Is it going to hit him? Just misses him. Count goes full. Three-two pitch from Foley. This one's going to be hit to center field. Coming in as the center fielder and making the grab on the run is Baggett for out number 1. Strikeouts tonight actually higher than the average for Foley. On the season, he only averages about 7 strikeouts a game. Tonight, he's already got 9. Brings Connor Jeffers to the plate. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch to him, breaking ball for a strike. Goes back to the curveball, 0-1. And Foley and Bryant don't look like they're slowing down, at least on the miles per hour. 0-1 pitch from Foley. Rears back with a fastball and loses it just a bit, 1-1. Almost ends up in the other batter's box. One delivery from Foley, and Jeffers just cannot get on that fastball tonight. He's behind 1-2. One-two to Connor. Strikes out. As he strikes out for the 3rd time. 10th strikeout for Foley. Braves just cannot catch up to the fastball tonight. 2 down for Nick Sizemore. Has reached base in his last 2 plate appearances. He did reach on an error in the 5th and then on a fielder's choice in the 3rd as he is credited with an RBI. Breaking ball going to be chopped towards short. Plenty of time making the throw is Sanders for the 3rd out as Ottawa goes in order in the 7th inning. Go to the 8th. Braves trailing 3-2. Listen to Ottawa University Braves baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Avoid biking in the rain and never touch another person's bike.
Hey guys, look at these bikes. So shiny. Whoops. I'm gonna leave a note. Oh gosh, there's more.
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
We hope you're already enjoying the 2022 Royals baseball season on KOFO. Thanks to our Royals baseball sponsors, including State Farm agent Ryan Dispro, the Gun Guys, the Ottawa Herald, Go Milk Soap Store, and Sutton's Jewelry. You'll catch the boys in blue home and away this exciting season as it unfolds right on your radio. If your business would like to join those finding success as a Royal sponsor on KOFO, just call 785-242-1220 or email sales@kofo.com. Join us and be together Royal with KOFO.
Tyler Bryant's evening is done. He's gone finishes 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 4 hit by pitches. Braves will bring in Eric Reese. Reese made 1 appearance in the conference tournament. On the year, Eric in 19 innings pitched, a 5.68 ERA, 26 strikeouts to 10 walks. For the senior from San Antonio, Texas, transfer from Eastern Oklahoma State College, he'll face 7, 8, 9, Campbell, Maurer, and Baggett. The sidewinder, Reese, stands behind the mound, takes a deep breath. For first time in a long time, we've had a couple innings with some zeros on the board. Braves have actually put zeros up offensively in the last 4, but the Eagles have had. First pitch from Reese is a strike. Righty gets out in front of Campbell. Eagles 2 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. For the Braves, 1 run in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. This one chopped at the plate, foul as Sizemore slips coming out from behind the plate, but it is a foul ball. So at 2. Reese uses his slider to righties to really get them to chase the outside part of the plate as it's 0-2. Oh, 2 count to Campbell. Reese ready to rock and fire and does go to that slider outside. Campbell fouls it away. If you enjoy foul balls, this is the place to be. Could have 30 or 40 at this point. 0-2 count to Campbell. Reese fires one in low. 1-2 is Campbell taking. I think Sizemore actually took that one under the mask as he looks, will adjust his mask, says he's okay to the umpire. It's ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch from Reese. This is going to be looped. This is going to be coming in Farnham. It's going to be a base hit. It just dies in right field. And it's a leadoff single for Campbell. Just looped one out to right center, and Weisner was chasing. So was the right fielder, Eckstein, and then Farnham might have had the best angle. Looks to be we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be number 5, William Underwood, freshman from Marietta, Georgia. He transferred from Western Kentucky, as he will pinch hit for Maurer. So Underwood will hit for Maurer. Underwood hitting 300, no homers, 8 RBI. Have to think this is a sac bunt opportunity. He's had 7 of them this year in 36 plate appearances, or 40 plate appearances, excuse me. He'll show bunt, drops the bunt, gonna get right in front of the mound. Sizemore's throw in time. Him and Reese trying to decide who was gonna pick that one up, as they do get the runner at first to at least get 1 out on the 2-3 put out. Runner moves to second base. So they'll exchange it out for a base. Brings up the center fielder Baggett. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. With a single and a walk. He scored a run. Don't believe Baggett wouldn't drop one down here either, as he has 13 sac bunts. Reese's first pitch to Baggett inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Rays down 3-2, and Reinhardt with a runner in scoring position, standing at second. And that is a courtesy runner out there, as Campbell, the catcher, is the one who had the single. As Reese forces the bat out of the hand on the swing by Baggett. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 1 down. One pitch, fastball low and inside, 2-1. Reese going with the stirrups today. White Sox black stirrup, just showing about midway up on the pants. First Brave I've seen wear the stirrups with these gold pants. But only really to ankle length. 2-1 pitch from Eric. Just misses off the edge of the plate. Just couldn't get that 2-seamer to hang on. It's 3-1. Profit on deck in the top of the Reinhardt lineup waiting. 3-1 from Reese. Fastball in there for a strike, 3-2, right at the belt. Reese looking for one pitch here to retire Baggett. He's gotten it back to full. Three-two count to the lefty Baggett. Pitch from Eric. This one's crushed to right field. Going back, still going back. And that's a foul ball. Just hitting off the wall in the right corner. Eckstein was chasing as Baggett got all of it and still wasn't able to hit it over the fence. I mean, it is going to take all of a barrel to get it out of this ballpark tonight. Three-two again. Braves trailing 3-2 in the top of the eighth. And Reese going to step off and reset. And Baggett will oblige and step out of the box. Three-two count. Eric Reese on the mound for OU. Pitch on the way. Hit to the right side. It's Bones going to field it on a hop. He'll step on the bag for out number 2. Runner does move to third. Three unassisted for Bone. Bring up Profit. Shortstop is 1 for 3. Singled in the fourth. First pitch from Reese, breaking ball in there, first strike, 0-1. One count, runner at third. 0-1 pitch high, 1-1 to Profit. One ball and 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the eighth. Reinhardt looking for some insurance, and he's able to get a breaking ball. Foul tipped at the plate. It's 1-2. Goes off the plate and foul. And this will be a big strikeout here for Eric Reese. We're at the leadoff single to begin the inning to come back and get 3 straight outs. The head in the count, 1-2 on Profit. 1-2 on the way. It's going to be hit to the left side. Zazaya going to have to be quick with it. The throw in time to retire Profit as Reese works out of a leadoff single. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth. Braves still trailing 3-2. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Kansans with disabilities and senior citizens are 3 times more likely to be crime victims. If you are a Kansas senior citizen or a Kansan with a disability and you are a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. Contact us at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. Once again, if you are a Kansas senior or a Kansan with a disability who is a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. The content of this radio ad is sponsored by the Disability Rights Center of Kansas and this station. It is supported by a VOCA grant awarded through the Federal Office for Victims of Crime as administered by the Kansas Governor's Grants Program. It does not necessarily reflect the views of the Office of the Kansas Governor or the U.S. Department of Justice.
Ethan Foley will be on the mound again. He's gone 7 innings, 129 pitches. He only had 11 pitches in that 7th inning. Braves since 7, 8, and 9. Eckstein, Zosiah, and Spradlin. In the bottom of the 8th. Reinhardt, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. For the Braves, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Eckstein doubled in the second inning, came around to score. He takes off the knee. That one's going to leave a mark, but he's going to go to first base as Foley hits him on the first pitch of the 8th inning. And that is one that the senior, that's going to leave a mark, but I think he's going to be okay with just getting onto the base paths right now. But he's going to have to run that one off. That is a fastball that was running inside on him, and I think he thought it wasn't going to catch him. I'll bring up Matt Aguilar, who will pinch hit for Logan Zazaya. Aguilar, the 5'11 senior from Kaiser, Oregon, has battled through an injury all year to his throwing arm. Hitting .244, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. He got off to such a hot start in non-conference play this year. It was tough to see him go down with the injury. He was a staple on this team at short all last year, and to begin this season, he's ahead in the count 1-0. He dropped a very important bunt in the come-from-behind win over Oklahoma Wesleyan last week. Got the winning run to second base. He takes low, 2-0. Foley can't believe that wasn't strike one. 2 balls and no strikes to Matt Aguilar. Eckstein standing at first. Led off the inning, hit by a pitch. .2-0 pitch. Aguilar drops the bunt. It was a pitch that was high. The throw is going to get him. He drops it to the pitcher, Foley. Going to second base is Eckstein. The Braves have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. He does his job on the sac bunt. Brings up Zach Spradlin. 0 for 2. Did walk back in the second, but his last 2 plate appearances have been strikeouts. One down. Spradlin at the plate. First pitch outside. 1-0 to the righty. Ball and no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Ottawa trailing by 1. 1-0 pitch from Foley, lifted to left. That ball's hit well by Sprads. That one's going back. That one's to the track. It's going to hit off the base of the wall. Eckstein's going to score from second, and we're tied at 3 on the double from Zach Spradlin. He got all of that one, and we're tied. An RBI double for Zach. And I hear some chatter from the Faulkner students that are working the game saying any other time of the day that ball's out of the ballpark. But because it is completely still here, it's not going anywhere. Brings up Jonah Weisner with 1 down. Fastball outside from Foley, 1-0. Braves have tied it at 3. Spradlin standing at second with 1 down. One 0 to Weisner, outside 2-0. Go-ahead run, standing at second base is Zach Spradlin. 3rd double of the day for OU. 2-0 delivery. Fastball at the belt, 2-1. Weisner's gonna have to shake that one off. That's He thought it was a little high. That two-seam did start to dip at the end, as they're going to shift over to the left side with the second baseman. 2-1 pitch. Fastball that kind of got inside on Weisner. He'll fight it off, 2-2. But they've shifted the second baseman, Profit, all the way onto the outfield grass to the right side, which they leave the shortstop, Sanders, having to hold Spradlin on. And there's a huge gap between the shortstop and third baseman on the left side of the infield. Anything poked to the left side, if it gets through, we know the speed of Spradlin. 2-2 pitch. Lifted foul by Jonah one more time. Took a big hack on that one. Foley mixing in that fastball over the last couple innings has surprised Ottawa hitters, as he really stuck with the two-seamer and that slider for the majority of the first 6 innings of this game. Tried to go back to the fastball. Weisner has singled in his last 2 plate appearances, though, as he is 2 for 4. 2-2 pitch to Jonah, inside, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Spradlin standing at second. 3-2 to Weisner, outside, ball 4. Draws the walk. Runners at first and second for the Braves with one down. And watching the third baseman right now playing at mid-depth. We know Gabe Grinder not afraid to drop that bunt, and we will have a mound visit. And will this be it for Ethan Foley? He's well over. He started this inning at 129 pitches. And are they going to take the ball from him right here? We'll wait and see. They've had some arms warming for a while. And that is going to be it for him. We'll take a break. Pitch and change here in Montgomery. We're tied at 3 in the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220, 103.7 FM KOFO.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Final numbers for Ethan Foley: 7 1/3 innings pitched, 10 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts on 142 pitches, 86 of those strikes. And he is responsible for the runners at first and second. They will bring in Andrew Herbert. Herbert wearing the number 32, a freshman, 6'6", out of San Clemente, California, transfer from Saddleback Community College. And numbers on the year for Herbert: 49 1/3 innings pitched, a 4.74 ERA, 55 strikeouts, 14 walks, averages 10 strikeouts per 9. It'll be, he did start 7 games during the regular season, has a 5-4 record as he makes appearance number 18. He will face Tyler Farnham here in just a second, but a recap of the inning. Gabe Eckstein hit by a pitch to start it. A sac bunt from Matt Aguilar moved him to second. A double from Zach Spradlin scored Eckstein from second. And then Wisner able to draw the walk, which sent Foley to the dugout. And makes it a no decision now for Tyler Bryant on the Ottawa side. Tyler Farnham started the game with 2 singles in the first, and the third came around to score in the third. Walked in the fourth and flew out to right in the sixth. First pitch from Herbert. Spradlin's going. That pitch is high. They're going to throw down to second base. That ball goes past him. It's into center field. Spradlin's going to score from third. Wisner goes to third, and Ottawa leads it 4-3. Braves get things going in motion and force the error from the freshman catcher, and it's 4-3 OU. That'll go in E2. And more importantly, that moves Wisner to third. Second error of the game on Reinhardt. Farnham tries to drop the bunt, and he's hit. And excuse me, my apologies, it did hit him, but he's going to say he was across. So it is strike one. Braves lead it 4-3 as they scored 2 in the inning. Last time Ottawa had scored a run was back in the third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tyler Farnham at the plate. Jonah Wisner standing at third. 1-1 delivery to Farnham. It kicks off the catcher's leg. Here comes Wisner. He's going to score from third. It was a swinging strike on Farnham. Goes off the foot of the catcher. And Wisner with the heads-up base running gives Ottawa a 2-run lead on the wild pitch. 5-3 Braves. Bases are empty for Farnham. Haven't put the error up on the scoreboard yet, but have to think the throw down to second base will be charged an error in the end. It scored Spradlin. Fastball high to Farnham. It's 2-2. Braves leading 5-3. Bottom of the 8th. 3-2 pitch, low ball. Or excuse me, that's a 2-2 pitch as it's now 3-2. One of those pass balls they actually called a strike. Farnham at least made an effort to swing at it. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch from Herbert, outside, ball 4. Brings up Holland Bone with 1 down. Braves lead at 5-3. Scored 3 in the inning. Holland Bone close to a home run back in the 4th. Caught at the warning track as he is 1 for 4. Popped up to the catcher in his last plate appearance. First pitch to Bone. It jams him inside for strike 1. Couldn't decide if he wanted to go around on. Again, that 2-seamer runs inside to him. Herbert, a heavy strikeout pitcher. Oh, 1 to Bone. Outside, 1-1. And Herbert a little confused. The catcher, Campbell, was set up to the inside part of the plate, and it was just kind of a bad frame job there by Campbell. It looked like it was a strike. But the way he had his glove turned kept it outside the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Bone at the plate, runner at first is Farnham. 1-1 to Holland. He's going to swing it 1 out of the zone, 1-2. Bone did single in the 3rd inning. to protect. Barnum at first after the walk. They're going to throw back over on him. He'll get back in time with the right hand. One ball and 2 strikes to the Alabama native. 1-2 on the way. He's going to shoot it foul over the top of the Reinhardt dugout. Might have had some people scrambling. One-two count. Reinhardt does have 2, 3, and 4 due up in the 9th. One-two to Bone. So that was a fastball that stayed up, and that's fouled away. Just wonder how much of an effect that injury happened last week. I mean, it's the fact that the swelling has gone down as much as it has, including those stitches that he took up above the eye. I still cannot believe that he is hitting in this game, playing in this game. Great job by the trainers for OU. They're going to throw it back on Farnham. He'll get back in time. But you could, after being hit in the face with that ball last week, you just didn't know if he was going to get another opportunity. And now playing in his home state, close to his hometown, in the stadium where he played his freshman year at. 1-2 pitch. He's going to chop it towards Larinaga. It's foul at third base. And there's not, I feel like Larinaga is the yin to Gabe Grinder's yang. One of the most cool, calm, and collected people you ever meet in Josh Larinaga. They balance each other out really well. 1-2 pitch to Bone. Herbert, again, fouled away by Bone. He'll spoil that one. It was on the outer part of the plate. Big smile from Holland as he takes off his helmet, wipes off the sweat. Has a big family contingent here. Can't thank his family enough for all the things they've done for the team this week, including providing meals yesterday and the day prior. 1-2 pitch to Bone. Breaking ball popped up in the infield, but it's going to get out of play. Just tracking back. It's a huge hop into the parking lot. We're not on Avila level parking lot options here, but you got to park far away to prevent losing a windshield on foul balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes again to Bone. Farnham still at first base. One-two to Holland. Low, 2-2. See if we can get an update on how many pitches in this at bat. Two count, 1 down. Braves have scored 3 in the inning to go up 5-3. 2-2 to Bone. He's going to lift this one to right field, going the other way. That ball is hit well. Going to the track. Zadunik makes the grab at the wall for the second out. That goes a fly out to right. With 2 down in the 8th, it'll be Carson Johnson. A hit for the Braves with the runner at first. Carson 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Asking for time, trying to get the play call from Gabe Grinder. Pitch is low from Herbert, ball one. Herbert at 6'6", that release just feels like it's towering down on you. Everything just works to the bottom part of the zone. Just a 7-inch difference. And stealing set, going for second on the late steal is Farnham. He's safe. Again, that's the second stolen base for Farnham. He will get into scoring position. I believe that's stolen base number 3 for the Braves on the night. 1 ball and 1 strike as Johnson did swing at that. 1-1 count with 2 down. Bottom of the 8th inning. 1-1 pitch, outside 2-1. Farnham with the lead. That's second. 2-1 pitch. Got the 2-seamer in there, 2-2. Good pitch from Herbert. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. To Carson Johnson with a runner at second. Two-two pitch, just chopped to the first baseman on a hop. Taking it himself is Maurer for the 3rd out. We go to the 9th inning, Ottawa 5, Reinhardt 3. Listen to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Secretary Laura Howard of the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services wants us all to recognize that elder abuse is an ever-present problem in our state and across the country. We can all watch for and spot the warning signs of a problem and make the call for help if an older Kansan needs assistance. There are signs of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse to look for that include bruises, black eyes, bone fractures, and lacerations, sudden changes in behavior, or other unexplained injuries. There are also other forms of abuse that aren't as easy to see, but are just as important to watch for and report, such as financial abuse and exploitation. Don't let our older neighbors, friends, or family members suffer alone silently. Be their voice. If you recognize any of the signs of abuse or even suspect abuse, call the Kansas Abuse Hotline at 1-800-922-5330. Sponsored by the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services and aired in cooperation with this station.
It's another exciting year of Royals baseball at the K and away on KOFO. Thanks to our longtime title sponsor of Royals baseball, State Farm agent Ryan Disbro, and our generous game sponsors, you can hear the boys in blue on radio as they were meant to be heard. We encourage you to shop with our sponsors as the best way to be Together Royal this season. Your sports source and home for Royals baseball in East Central Kansas once again is 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO.
Ottawa's going to bring in Creed Jeffers. Jeffers, the 6-foot sophomore from Ramona, California, the transfer from the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. A 2.35 ERA. He's thrown 38 in a third innings, 60 strikeouts, 15 walks. And the Braves looking for 3 outs, as they're going to have to go through 2, 3, and 4. And now we'll have a pinch hitter for Reinhardt. That's going to be number 4, Dawson Johns. Right-handed hitter, 5'9" sophomore from Mount Zion, Illinois, a transfer from Danville Community College. So he will hit for Arnett. So Johns in for Arnett as the designated hitter. First pitch from Jeffers, outside, 1-0. Creed did pitch an inning last week against Oklahoma Wesleyan. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, 2-0. Johns, Zadunik, and Mora. 2 up for the Eagles. Jeffers gets it in there at 2-1. He gets the fastball in there. Top of the 9th. 2 balls and 1 strike to Johns. 2-1 pitch, inside corner, 2-2. Dawson Johns hitting .263, 3 homers, 17 RBI. 2-2 from Jeffers. Fastball gets it by him for the first down and a strikeout to start the inning. Brings up Tucker Zadunik, who hit it to deep center. Back in the 6th, he's been intentionally walked twice. He also flew out to left. Barnum made a really good grab near the track, kind of spun him around. That last plate appearance, fastball high from Jeffers, 1-0. And that appearance last week against Oklahoma Wesleyan, an inning and 3 strikeouts. Came in on relief for Hector Sepulveda. 1-0 from Jeffers. Fastball in the corner, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 9th. 1-1 from Creed. Bounces it. 2-1. Took off the glove of Sizemore in the process. One count. Two balls a strike, 1 out. I have to think Zadunik has the green light on anything he wants right now. 2-1 pitch from Jeffers. Goes with the breaking ball. Did not go around. He checked his swing in time. It's 3-1. Now Jeffers just has to trust it right here to Zadunik. 0 for 2, those 2 flyouts and then 2 intentional walks. 3-1 pitch. It's going to be hit hard to left. That ball's driven back. Going back to the wall. It's gone. And Zadunik hits the solo home run to get Reinhardt within 1. And he goes opposite field to left. And it's 5-4 Ottawa. 6th hit of the game for the Eagles. On a 3-1 count, Zadunik makes Jeffers pay. Pinch hitter here. This is actually going to be Dockery to hit for Mora. Lance Dockery, a 5'11" sophomore from Ringgold, Georgia, transfer from Cleveland State. 1 down as Reinhardt scored 1 in the inning. First pitch to Dockery, a slider for a strike, 0-1. The 4th home run Jeffers has surrendered this season. 0-1 pitch from Creed, another breaking ball. Dockery out in front of 0-2. Top of the 9th, 1 down. Oh, 2 count. Pitch from Creed. Fastball strikes him out. With the high fastball for out number 2. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Bernie, who's been on base 4 times today. Hit by a pitch 3 times and a single in the 5th. 2 down in the top of the 9th. For Zadunik, I believe that's his 17th homer of the season. So it was 17th homer. First pitch from Jeffers. Fastball, foul back to the net. 0-1. To Bernie. Braves 5, Eagles 4. Top 9. The Eagles have clawed closer with that solo shot from Zadunik. 2nd hitter of the inning. 0-1 from Jeffers. The slider stays high, 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Third baseman Bernie at the plate. 1-1 from Jeffers. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. Two-one count. Two-one from Connor. Make that from Creed, excuse me. In there for a strike, 2-2. At least once a game, every time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Jeffers just fouled. Tried to go inside with a fastball, and it's fought away by Bernie. Jeffers tried to add a little extra to that fastball. 2-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Jeffers, pop foul again, out of play. Bernie has just been, so far at this point, impossible to get out. He has reached base all 4 plate appearances. Jeffers looking for 1 strike right here. 2-2 on the way. Fastball strikes him out, and Ottawa moves on in the winner's bracket. They'll win it 5-4. Jeffers strikes out the side in the 9th. And the Braves have a date with Faulkner tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We'll take a break. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit nationalguard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Braves win it by a final of 5-4. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 for the Braves. Uh-oh, you unplugged me.
My bad.
Oh, man. I'm not going to be able to get it back, am I?
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Kansas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ottawa Bible Church is a growing and thriving gospel-centered church. I'm Dave Edwards, a member of OBC, and I'd like to invite you to join us each Sunday morning as we gather for a rich sense of community, lively worship, and the expository preaching of the Word of God. We offer a mid-morning breakfast at 8:45, adult and children's Sunday school at 9:15, and services are at 8 and 10:15. More about us can be found at ottawabiblechurch.com. We hope to see you soon.
Elder
abuse, neglect, and exploitation comes in many forms. Elder abuse is taking money or valuable items, pushing, shoving, or leaving bruises. It's leaving the elderly unattended or without food when they cannot care for themselves. If you know or suspect an elderly person is being abused physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially, call the Kansas Adult Protective Services Hotline at 1-800-922-5330. Elder Kansans deserve honor and respect, not abuse. Remember, elder abuse is a crime. Sponsored by the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services and aired in cooperation with the station.
Welcome back as Ottawa wins it by a final of 5-4 over Reinhardt, as the Braves end up scoring 2 runs. We'll go take a look here. Braves with 1 run in the second. They took a 1-0 lead in the second inning. That was on a Nick Sizemore fielder's choice that scored the runner from third. That was Tyler Farn to go up 1-0, but Reinhardt came right back, scored 2 runs in the third. Braves would score 1 in the third inning off a double from Logan Zazaya to make it 2-2. Reinhardt would go up in the fifth, 1-0, and then it was 4 straight zeros for the Braves until the 8th inning, when they were able to come up with 3 runs to go up 5-3. And then in the 9th, a solo shot for Reinhardt made it 5-4. But in the end, it's a 5-4 win for the Braves as they get 10 runs. The 1 error. Braves did leave runners on base in every inning except for the 7th. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, and 11 left on base today for the Braves, as they did get after Foley a little bit. And then for Reinhardt, in the first 4 innings, they ended up leaving 9 on base. They left 10 overall on base today. And then those 2 errors for them, they had 4 runs on 6 hits. As Ottawa finds a way to come from behind again, and they win it 5-4 over Reinhardt. They will play tomorrow against number 15 Faulkner here at Harrison Field again. That's the 6 p.m. start. So the 2 o'clock game will be between Kaiser and Reinhardt. That's an elimination game. And then at 6 p.m., the winner's bracket matchup with Faulkner. We'll have that for you. We can't say for sure it'll start at 6. The first game today went a little long, so we started around 6:10, but we'll do our best to relay that information to you as the day goes on tomorrow. I want to thank Camp Ginola and Larson Johnson back in the station for all their work today. Braves win it, and they move on to the winner's bracket, where they will play the host, Faulkner, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. here from Montgomery, Alabama. For Casey Weeder, going to sign off. Braves win it 5-4, and they move on in the NAI baseball opening round, Montgomery Regional. You've been listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.